OG Merpe here with you. Usually tonight on Friday, I play Slag, the level 5. What is he? He's a artificer alchemist. However, tonight I am DMing. We started DMing Dragons of Icespire Peak a couple weeks ago. Since then, we got back on track. A couple of us missed a couple of games, and now we're getting ready to get back into it. Since the last time I ran this, my buddy lent me the Lost Mine of Phandalin as well. And so since then, since they both take place in the town of Phandalin, I've decided to run them simultaneously. I'm already doing a little bit of customization here as a result of some improvisation, as a result of some of my players' choices, as it goes. And we should have a good time tonight. I'll probably make a couple of mistakes, but I'm the the stand-in DM, or the step DM, as the group likes to affectionately refer to me as. So we've got my players here. Asmo, actually, let's do this when we get back in with them. They are in the other side of chat here.
Well, there's a bunch of 5e supplements.
Okay.
Okay.
I am ready.
Okay.
To run this game for you guys. I
There
will
we go.
almost certainly call you each by the wrong name at least once tonight.
That's fine.
Least. But as a recap, more for myself than anybody else. We have, you folks are level 2, is that correct?
Yep.
Wonderful. Level 2, Asmodeus
We're level
Reginald
2?
Dwarfenstein the 9th, is that correct?
Correct!
Wonderful.
Hey!
The Dwarf Ranger, played by Chris. We have Rhapsody, the Tiefling Bard, played by Alex. The Juan, the Owl Wizard, played by Jeremy. And
Correct.
Sybil, the Elf Ranger, played by Becky. This is correct?
Yes, sir.
Probably.
Good. Excellent. I'm excited. Okay. So, as I mentioned to you guys a little bit before stream, since the last time we've played, I have picked up the Lost Mines of Phandalin, and we are going to be integrating that in on top of the Dragons of Icespire Peak. It makes it really easy to do that because the entire Dragons of Icespire Peak gets run off that message board, and Mine of Phandalin is its own more traditional story. So the way that this will work practically for you guys is that there will be more plot points and hooks and, things that happen for specific reasons. And if you guys get stuck or don't feel ready or what have you, the board will always be there for you, and there will always be Dragon of Icespire Peak content for you there, which is actually how Dragon of Icespire Peak is just run normally. So it's very convenient that way.
Cool.
So, to reiterate, you folks are all currently in the town of Phandalin.
Hey.
Jeremy.
Quit moving. Hair farter.
I was moving my chair. I'm sorry.
It's just like every time Dave opened his mouth, your chair moved.
Sorry.
Dave's over here trying to give us all this information. We just see your chair like squeaking across the floor.
Sorry, I realized I needed to open and the fucking chair is loud. I'm sorry. I'm done.
The fucking chair's loud.
It was just every time Dave started to talk, it was just chair.
He's the loud one.
Sorry.
Oh my god. You guys are the best.
Already off to a great start.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, as a short recap, you folks all ended up in the town of Phandalin together for your own reasons, mercenaries, job seekers, seeking payment for completing specific tasks. There's a board where all of you met each other and decided to engage in some of these together, starting with what should have been a pretty straightforward message to Miss Cadabra, a widower who lived in a windmill south of town. And when you folks arrived, there was a manticore trying to eat her.
Big kitty.
It knocked Jeremy. Knocked Juan unconscious and almost scooped him right up and took him out of there. But his party saved him.
did.
Good for y'all. You folks made your way back to Phandalin and approached Townmaster Harbin, who refused to leave his home or even open his door to speak with you. He tried to pay you folks 1 gold coin at a time before Reginald chose to knock with his hammer and draw the attention of all of the rest of the townsfolk. And there was
You're doing a great job, Reggie.
There was a short altercation with Mara, with one of the religious ladies of the town, and you folks went to the mine, or not the mine, the inn, which I believe is called the Stonehill Inn, and stayed there for the night. And I really sincerely regret not pulling Reginald into his own chat for the last hour of that, which was... All I will say here is that another side of Reginald appeared and presented itself. And I think that's a good place to bring you guys back. So you guys are now on day 2 of Phandalin. You have awoken in the inn and presumably are, looking for another job. However, just you players have been informed that Phandelver has now been interposed over this, and there may be more information to be had in town.
I slept great. It's like it was 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's
Funny
a great
how that
start.
happens.
I think it's a great start. Yeah, so you guys are all downstairs enjoying breakfast together, unless for whatever reason you want to have a private interaction upstairs in your rooms, in which case you're more than happy to let you guys do that.
Private,
wants to
shouldn't we
take
say?
I think tolerating each other's presence is a more accurate representation of the group, probably.
Yep.
Asmo would like to give a little bit of peace and quiet to the rest of the group, and he's going to check out the Shrine of Luck.
Okay.
There's a Shrine of Luck?
Says so on the map,
Yep.
Hey,
right
there
next
is.
to the inn.
Yes. Yes.
You can choose which side you want to interact with, but Asmo's
can
just
hear
gonna
you.
kind of meander his way over to the Shrine of Luck
Yeah, hold
by
on.
himself. And like I said, I'll leave that up to you as to how you want to guide the rest of that
Is
interaction.
Asmo? Well, I have a follow-up question. Is Asmo making it a point to wake up early? Is he trying to get out of here quietly, or is he, just waking up with everybody else and just walking past him to the shrine?
No, his very abrasive personality is doing a great job of keeping other people away from him.
So the second, the latter.
Yeah, the latter. He's not being secretive about it at all.
Okay. Yeah. Then as far as the rest of the party is concerned, you guys are still like rubbing the sleep out of your eyes as you all exit your rooms, and you see just the back of Asmo's head just like disappear down the stairs. And when you guys, end up making your way down there, he's not in the building anymore. And probably one of you glances out the door just in time to see him disappearing, on the other side of the courtyard.
I don't know where he's going, but I'm not following him.
I don't think there's any reason to follow him.
So you guys have all of 24 hours under your belt together, if I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
we're not exactly besties right now.
Let's see, knowledge. Where would I get? Here.
Well, I remember the board had more jobs on it. I would be interested in going back to review them.
Just as a strategic note, part of the reason I'm doing this is that if we split up a little bit, if there's more to run into, I felt that it may be beneficial if we kind of gained more ground, at least locally within the city, and then that way one of us could choose whether or not we wanted to pass that information of whatever we find or whatever our beloved DM has bestowed upon us based on what we ran into.
Well, do we know any more about the mines, or is that what we're trying to figure out? Like we've heard about it and we need to find more information.
Yeah, that was one of the job board posts, was to
I
rescue the
figured
dwarf.
we'd review the job board before we left for that part of it. This is more of a assuming that the additional content doesn't scare us away from what we're doing. I feel that the additional content may be something like as an option to where we can sort of see what it has to offer, or
Well, that's why I was asking Dave. Like, what do we know about the mines already, if anything?
So what you guys would know about the mines is that you know that there is a one second, that's not in the right book. You guys would know that there was, and this is all like really old history. So keep in mind, however much stock your character puts into like learning about, going out of his or her way to learn about the past, will probably determine how seriously you take this information. But you know that hundreds of years ago, dwarves and gnomes made an agreement known as the Phandelver's Pact to like share a mine in this like super awesome like magic and mineral dense like vein known as the Wave Echo Cave, and it was like a super valuable strategic resource. But it's one of those things where it was lost to history. Like these are stories that are told. Keep in mind, in the D&D universe, elves live forever, essentially, if they don't die, a long time. Dwarves live for hundreds of years. There are lots of races that live for hundreds of years, and so what for humans would be 10 generations worth of time or more may only be a generation or two for these other races. So
Elves see us like pets.
right. So like Asmo, being a dwarf, like he might have heard stories from somebody as closely tied to him as his grandfather. Whereas those of you with shorter time spans would have needed somebody to like go out of their way, or you would have had to like run into one of these long-lived people in order to have gotten this information, which is not impossible. And if I remember correctly, Juan is pretty like book smart, real world dumb. So I'd say it's reasonable that he might have some of this.
No, he's not wrong.
Some of this. That's how he came across to me. I could be wrong. I don't know.
He's
That's
the
what I
opposite
got.
of
Yeah.
a himbo.
That's what I got from him.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm very up to. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm very knowledgeable about books, but I've basically spent the entire 76 years of my life indoors, effectively.
Right. So it wouldn't be unheard of that you would have heard of the Wave Echo Cave. I'll say that Juan and Asmo like almost certainly have at least heard a story about the Wave Echo Cave. Let's see here.
I'm a
Rhapsody,
tiefling and
you're a bard. Bards are literally the keepers of lore and knowledge. You are the person who spread information. You are the news media of D&D.
That's true.
So it is not unheard of that you would know a song, a tale, a limerick that references the Wave Echo Cave. Even if you don't know the nitty-gritty details of the history, you'd probably know that it's around. And then let's see here, Becky, Sybil, you're an elf ranger, so you also, I mean, I don't know how old are you? You're muted, or I didn't hear it.
Am
No,
I?
your
No.
mic just keeps cutting out.
How about now? I
there
eat
we
it.
go. Eat it.
I don't know. I'll just say I'm like 50.
Okay, so I mean, same sit. It would
You're
have
a
to be.
baby.
It'd have to be like a grandfather or somebody who told you, but you, in theory, could know about this just because you're a long-lived race, or have remembered it, or have heard something. I guess you wouldn't remember,
So
but
we
you would have
have
heard something.
generally pretty common knowledge about these
Right.
mines.
You know that part of the reason why Phandalin is here, and why anybody went through the trouble of rebuilding this ruined city, was because of its proximity to not only the mountains in general, but also, people use this as kind of a base camp. Adventurers come through here to. I think I remember I told you guys in the initial intro that like adventurers are not foreign to Phandalin. They're welcome here. That is in part because treasure seekers looking for the legendary Wave Echo Cave have passed through here. Like NPCs would probably know like a story or a rumor about it, but obviously if anybody knew precisely where it was, they wouldn't just sit around in Phandalin. But there are like stories and things that exist. So I'd say a
Lots
general
of people looking to
knowledge.
drain the main vein.
Yes, there you go. That's a great summation.
Okay.
Cool. And then
I don't know if it matters, but I just checked. Owlin lifespan is about a century. I told myself I'm about 76, so I'm kind of a geezer.
right, but like I said, with your studious background,
Yeah.
like it'd be super reasonable for you to have heard something.
Just for future reference, note that I essentially have the same lifespan as a typical human, roughly.
Same for me.
Okay, cool.
Tieflings are only about 100 years, really?
Yeah, some of them can live to 150, it said, but they age at the same
Huh.
rate as humans.
Okay.
Yeah. I always liked lizard folk because they also age at about the same rate as humans, but they never stop growing. So an old lizard folk is the
Ooh.
largest lizard folk, which is why the chieftains are almost always also the elders.
Ah,
It's
that's cool.
super
That's
sick.
cool.
It's super sick. Yeah.
I dig that.
Okay, so Asmo is gone, and I will pick him up in a minute if you guys don't decide to go after him. But
Yep.
the three of you have found yourself in the Stonehill Inn. Maybe part of the reason why you were here was because this is a treasure hunting town, and you figure like there will at least be jobs around. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some treasure. And as a reminder, the proprietor of the Stonehill Inn has a name. He does. It's a good name too.
Oh, wow, I bet.
On the edge of my
Namely
seat.
name to ever
We
have
have
been
the best
named.
names. We have the best names.
His name is Toblin Stonehill.
Oh, yes, yes.
And as a reminder, he is a short, friendly male human. And
You said Hoblin?
Toblin, Toblen.
Toblin, got it.
Toblin, maybe? Maybe it's Toblin. Let's go with
Got it.
Toblin. I
Yeah,
like that
whatever.
better.
Okay,
Like a
cool.
Toblerone, I love it.
Yeah.
Toblin.
And it's the morning, so, you guys are there. There's one other patron there also enjoying their breakfast and drink quietly in the corner. Toblin himself is manning the counter, cleaning, methodically wiping a glass. And you find yourselves here.
Oh, that's
Wrap-
right. Before we ended last time, oh, never mind. I'm thinking of the last game. Never mind. Can I go up to Poblin and ask him if the town has a library or anything equivalent?
Absolutely.
Poblin?
Poblin.
Toblin.
Toblin with a T.
Oh, I thought
like
you said-
Tom.
Tub.
Like a Toblerone.
Like a tub of dice.
Okay, Toblin. Yeah, I want to ask Toblin if there's anything equivalent to a library.
And Toblin will probably look back at you and say, not many readers here in Phandalin.
Well, are there any particular seekers and/or gatherers of knowledge or anything of the sort around?
Well, he thinks about it. It's like there's Mara. She keeps one of the churches, and there's Sister Guriel. She keeps the shrine. They know a little bit. It's like technical knowledge. You can always talk with Barthen. He knows a thing or two about, this and that. He runs the general store up the road. And he thinks, and he's like, and old Harbin's been around forever. You'll have to yell through a door. He laughs. He's all, but you guys know that. So
Yeah, I think I'll stay away from Harbin. Who was that second fellow you mentioned?
Barthen?
Barthen, yeah. Where might I find him?
He runs the provision store up the road. He kind of looks at you. He's like, an adventurer like yourself, I'm sure would have been in there at least once, getting some equipment or some such.
Nope, we're stupid.
Haven't needed it yet. Managed to squeak by the feather of my teeth.
That's an odd expression.
You died. You didn't.
You see, I don't have skin. Technically, I don't have teeth either, but I figured it was close.
But the feather of your beak.
There you go. Yeah, the feather of my beak.
Oh, yeah, that makes much more sense.
It's okay. You don't.
A for effort.
You're not a feathered folk. You wouldn't get it. I appreciate you trying, though.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll leave and thank you for the assistance, Toblin, and I'll go to Barthen's Provisions.
sounds good. Anytime. See you this evening for another brew, I assume.
Chris,
Oh,
we're
wow.
matching.
Yes.
Cats.
Kelly's like, no.
Rhapsody's gonna walk up to the innkeep and ask, so have you heard any rumors around lately? Anything that might lead me to some coin, perhaps?
He says, well, I don't know about coin. He said, there's always jobs on the job board. Aha. But let's see here. Darren Eldermath, the orchard keeper, is a former adventurer.
You orange keeper.
He's motivated by money, like you folk. He may have an idea.
Okay.
That's prejudiced. I'm motivated by knowledge. I'm not here.
Well then, kind sir, I will go speak to the orchard man. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna leave and
Talk to the orange man.
the orange man. I want to stop at
Orange
the job
man.
board on the way over just to double check it again.
Yes.
And then I will continue on to the orchard man. So I am going to take a peek at the job board while I'm outside.
Okay, great. Sybil, you're watching your party
Leave.
fuck up
Scatter.
all over
Peace
the
out.
place and peace out on you and all this shit. What's your plan? I will give you an opportunity to say something to anybody before they walk out the door if you wanted to touch base with them before they left. Other than Asmo, who just straight up left without any of you.
No, I think Sybil probably would have just, she's always kind of kept a low profile. So what probably happened is she was sitting there eating her breakfast, and at one moment she was looking at these people that she had somehow saved a person with last night, and then she looked down to her porridge or whatever the fuck it is, and then she looked back up again, and everyone was gone.
Nice. Nice.
And she just
There's one white feather floating in the breeze.
floating slowly down to the table, and she's just there's 3 half-eaten bowls of breakfast in front of her, and she's just what the fuck happened?
We ain't friends yet.
So I guess she'll just kind of look up at the barkeep, his Toblin or whatever his name was, and
Yep.
she'll be like, "Did you see what way they went?"
He said, "Yeah, I sent the hold on, I sent the one with horns out to the Eldermath orchard. He said I sent the feathery one over to Barthen's." And I watched that crazy dwarf lead this morning. I have no idea where the fuck he went.
Okay. If I remember correctly, on the job board last night, there was something about a dragon attacking some dwarves in a mountain.
Well,
you know
the dragon's been seen everywhere. He's except here in town. He's whew, thankfully. But he said,
wood, don't fix it.
I know. He's that's part of why old Harbin won't come out of his house. He's terrified of the damn thing. And he's but if I remember correctly, he's I did read that on the way in one day. I think it was the couple of brothers. I can't remember their name, but I think all the job was just to warn them of they haven't been around for quite a while. They've been on excavation. Dwarves, they can stay under the mountain for months at a time. Have no idea what's going on in the real world.
Great. I guess I'm gonna go find that tiny little owl at the store.
Okay, sounds good.
Sounds like the best place to start.
As you walk out the door, you do see Rhapsody looking at the job board. You'll have to pass her on your left to go down to Barthen's. Are you walking past her?
Yeah. If I'm gonna walk past her, I'm gonna stop and be like, "You just let the other two disappear?"
I'm not their babysitter. Were we supposed to stick together, or?
I thought so. I thought we were doing the next post on this job board together, and then I was eating my porridge, and then I looked up and you were all gone.
I mean, if we want to keep adventuring together, that's fine by me.
Do you know where the other
Where-
two went? I know that Owl Juan went to the general store. I don't know where that dwarf went.
And Rhapsody's just gonna kind of look around the little central area. Does she see Asmo at all? Because he was at the
That'll be our
Shrine
first.
of Luck.
That'll be our
the
first
shrine's
roll.
right next to you.
That'll be the first
Oh,
roll
first
of the day.
roll?
That'll be the first roll of the day.
Okay.
Perception check. Very
Okay.
reasonable, but
Perception
very
check.
reasonable. But he's crazy. You never know.
Huh, I guess what D20 am I gonna use?
That's a big ol' 5, DM.
Oh.
I don't see him.
Oh, is
I
it?
just
Yeah.
where'd he go?
You like glance over your shoulder in like the other direction.
like-
You like have your back basically directly to him, and you're just kind of like looking
Except,
at a wedge this way, and you're like, nope, he's not out there. I don't know.
I don't see him.
Where on
except,
earth could he have gone?
except
What did you roll?
a natural 20.
And as a tiefling,
Where
like
is he?
way
He's
up,
right there.
way up over, like much taller than. Well, I don't know, much taller than you. No, other way around. I'm sorry, because you're not a fucking halfling anymore. You're a. She's like
She's a-
looks.
she-
She's like looks
she's
like
a
over your
tiefling,
over
I'm
your
an
shoulder.
elf.
It's like I think he might be, and like points behind you. And before we get
Oh.
there, I'm gonna actually switch back to Asmo, who would have, like, you guys are catching him after he's been out there for a few minutes. So Asmo,
Okay.
you,
Ah,
my
Jesus.
fine little friend, I had to change the page to go find the rumors. You are at the Shrine of Luck. It is one of two temples here in town. It is the smaller of the two. It's a small shrine dedicated to Timora, goddess of luck and good fortune.
I like both of those things.
The shrine is currently being tended to by a acolyte who is a young elf, and she seems to be like not frantically, but like very like meticulously caring for this shrine. And let's see here. Yeah, and she's tending the shrine.
Oh, important character aspect. Asmo has a deep respect for the religious, for ceremony, for the gods. He's not. It's not that he's an acolyte himself, but he has respect for it. So he doesn't drop the act of being crazy, but he tones it down extremely.
Dials it down to a
And-
3 instead of a
Yeah,
11.
he dials it down to about a 3, to where he's at least coherent and he's speaking. And he sort of says, "Hello, what are you doing around this wonderful temple here?"
and she's definitely like startled. She's like very like into her work. She and turns around and looks at you. So I'm very sorry. I'm tending to. My name is Sister Garel, and I'm tending to my shrine to Timora. Do you know of Timora?
I do. I have deep respect for Timora. Do you mind if I sit here and meditate for a while?
And she, oh no, absolutely, please, please. And she like stands back and like does a sweeping gesture in front of you. And it's a small shrine, and there's one like stone which has been like rubbed smooth where people's like knees have rest on it, or where people have like sat cross-legged on it in the past, and it's obviously like intended to be like one person at a time kind of meditating. She like kind of scoots back and starts she like goes and finds a broom and starts like sweeping around like 10 feet away from you.
So, Asmo again, not completely dropping it, but he knows that he's dialed it down to 3, sort of takes a look around to make sure that nobody else has seen that he's sort of watered his crazy down a little bit. He's going to sit on top of that stone and he's actually going to meditate. And midway through meditation, he's going to once again strike up conversation, and he's going to bring up once again, what a lovely temple this is. So, do you get many patrons here to your temple?
And she says, "Well, admittedly, most folks prefer the full church across town to Ayamunde. Mara runs that church. She's a fine lady, and Ayamunde is a wonderfully respectable celestial being." She says, "But but Timora has a special place in my heart, and and the Harpers are associated with her, and they've been very kind to me.
Harpers seem like wonderful, wonderful people. Now, I have a special respect for the small and the subdued. Obviously, we're not the
And
tallest
she
creatures
like
or
lights up
anything.
at like I have like sympathy for the small and subdued. She like in the same way that like an animal lover like perks up when they see a cute animal across the street, like she's like hearing you say this and she's like she's engaged now.
So what's funny is I was actually going to say that about this moment, one of the satchels that sits on my hip, you see this small little fluffy tail just sort of come up and start whipping around a little bit, and this little squirrel decides that it's going to hop right up onto my shoulder, and I'm going to take out of another little pocket on the other side of me just a little bag of peanuts, and I'm going to sort of uh, put it up right next to the squirrel to let it munch on them. And I'm gonna be like, "You don't mind me having a pet here, do you?"
And she just kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, of course not. All the smallest creatures deserve the most tender care." And she like wipes a tear from her eye and says, "Good for you." Um,
Just creeping me out.
Seriously. God damn it.
What is the
Also-
point of your pocket squirrel?
Alex, look behind
To
you.
have a pocket squirrel, how dare you
Say.
question the
Callie.
I am going to say that just before Sybil, identifies you there, because now I don't know. I'm assuming that you're also just in the same way that you're interacting with this person. You're probably not doing checks. You guys are like 50 feet away from each other and have not clocked each other yet. But she kind of like leans in and sees that there are people close, and you see her look over your shoulder. And she says, "If you feel that strongly, the Harpers are, I'm sure, would love to speak with you." Um, she says, "I'd be happy to see if about any need for new recruits." And like you get like she's like incredibly naive, but you get the sense that like she's trying to be secretive about this. Like it's not like it's supposed to be on the DL.
I'd love an introduction. And I'm gonna sort of once again noticing that she is trying to keep this on the down low. The entire time I'm sort of looking over my shoulder to make sure that we're not being interrupted. And I'd say almost about at this point, I'm going to notice that Sybil is rolling
Yeah,
her
I was
D20
I
and
was literally about to
recognize
say,
me.
yeah. That you
And
probably have about 10 seconds before you're clocked here. So
And
You
so
see,
all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna look at her. I'm gonna be like, "You can find me at the Stonehill Inn, and we can talk later." And I'm gonna give her the room number that I was staying in, and then
whoa,
I'm gonna
whoa,
kind of
whoa.
come out. I'm gonna come out once again, uh, out of the Shrine of Luck with the squirrel still on my shoulder, and I'm going to just be like, "Nutty love shrines," and he's gonna just hop right back into the little pouch. And then the only thing is that the body makes it into the pouch, but the tail, the squirrel tail, is just gonna still be sitting here doing this until we know absolutely that now Sybil and Rhapsody can see this little squirrel tail just sort of flicking around in the pouch. I'm not sure if they saw the squirrel enter it, but then it just sort of like retracts itself back into the pouch.
Yeah, so we haven't met the squirrel yet, right?
No, this is the first time
Okay.
I've been able to bring out the squirrel.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but Sybil, you see Asmo,
Sybil.
because partly because he proclaims Nutty loves shrines, and you just see Asmo with this squirrel like quickly, or maybe it's a squirrel, some kind of creature, just like dart down his torso, and like there's just like this gray fluffy mass sticking out of the bag.
I wish I did not roll d20. I'm just gonna like make a whole face that I'm sure Rhapsody is gonna see because we were like facing each other. And I'm gonna be like, there's a creature like
I'm
down
just gonna like
his.
look around and be like, "What?"
Just saw like a,
I mean,
and there was a tail.
he's small and like weird, but I wouldn't call him a creature.
Okay, wait.
I did not see the squirrel.
Nice.
I didn't see the squirrel. I didn't see the tail.
I'm sorry.
I'm like-
And Alex, you did want to see the jobs on the board.
Yes.
There is one job which is the same job that Sybil was just told about. That there
Okay.
are the dwarf
dwarves.
prospectors that need to be warned about the dragon because they've had their head underground for so long.
Yep.
And then the other one is a clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network
Yeah.
of caves. The gnomes of Gnomengard are known for their magical inventions, and they
Right.
might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it, Town Master Harbin will pay you for it. And
Will he
that's
though?
that's
Yeah, because
the
I
Right.
wanted the magical goodies.
that's the deal.
So okay.
So
But
should we
you're
get
but you're
the
like
weird creature and then the owl and go do this?
Yeah, so I definitely want to continue making money. And if we're gonna be hanging out some more, then we all need to agree on what we're doing, I guess, because I don't want to deal with complaining. So, Tiny Man,
Yeah.
we're gonna go find the bird friend. Okay, Tiny Bird,
Okay. I'll
and
go
then we're
with
gonna
you.
figure out what we want to do next. Okay?
Okay.
All
Yeah, I'm gonna let you continue to wrangle him.
I
I'm
just
just darting across the map, like peering into windows and
God.
being
I
generally weird
did
as I make my
ask
way.
Toblin where Juan went, and he went to the general store.
Okay, that sounds like a good place to go anyway. So
We should go
let's
that
head
way.
that way.
Probably pick
Um,
up some like health potions and stuff because one of us almost died.
Two of us almost died.
True.
Two of us
Yeah.
almost died. You
Tobin
fools.
also told me that the Orchard Man might also have some more like adventure treasure knowledge, so he could be worth hitting on our way out of town.
The Orchard Man.
The Orchard Man, the
We should
Orange
have
Keeper.
Do
a
you
good
know the
name for
Orchard
those.
Man?
The one who lives on Drury
henceforth
Lane.
known as the Orange Keeper.
The
The
Orange
Orange
Keeper.
Keeper.
So I'm gonna make my way to the general store.
He was married to the Orange Keeper.
the Orange
The
Keeper.
Orange Keeper?
Orange Keeper!
He's married to the Orange Keeper.
You
Who
sons
lives on
of
Drury Lane, right?
Not the gumdrop button.
I hate all of
There
you.
was a day where I could quote every word of that movie.
I have the
love it.
second one down
I
pat.
love it. I love it.
So DM,
Yes.
tell me a little bit about Barthen, if you would, please.
Barthen, like that Asmo knows about Barthen?
I walk into the provisions and we can see Barthen. I'm just curious what I see. And
You gotta
what I know.
give me a minute. Juan got there before all y'all did, so he gets a couple solo minutes with Barthen.
I was gonna say, I literally haven't done shit.
Yeah, you got time, Juan.
Don't
Your
worry.
DM has not forgotten.
He's a meek owl, but he deserves attention.
I know he does.
Go
He's
on
the
with your
best
bad
boy.
self, Juan.
Okay, so
We're
on
all
that.
down the
Yeah,
street.
I thought I
So
was a
yeah,
good owl.
so you guys are going through all of your respective tasks of the morning. Juan approaches Barthen's provisions just as and you actually see him. Barthen himself is outside, like hanging the open sign, like on like the peg that's out there that marks that they're open. And he turns and looks at you and he says, "Oh, first customer of the day," and he like hurries inside. I'm assuming you follow him in.
Don't rush on my account. It's no trouble at all.
Yeah, footsteps proceed inside, and as you like walk into the building, it's like a pretty long corridor it's like a long corridor style with goods and gear on either side, and the counter is on the other short end on the opposite side, and you see him like quickly covering like the last few steps to like turn sharply behind the counter.
So it's
and be
like Cottingtown.
yes, if the yes. Yeah, without that bullshit bottleneck in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But with the
Yeah,
counter,
exactly.
where it makes sense.
Right.
Because this is my fantasy world, so shit can actually make sense.
Visceral reaction when I heard that word.
I know. I had a PTSD moment where my brain just blanked out for a second.
With the town of Cotting, you say? I don't
Yo,
think.
you
I
need
don't
to
believe
make
I've had
that.
the pleasure.
You need to make a Cotting township.
Oh my god, that's going to happen for sure.
put it on the list of towns.
Oh
Where's my
man,
pen?
I'm gonna put one of those in. I'm gonna put one of
Patron
those in my
saint,
town for sure.
Don't forget the patron saint Rosa.
Oh
Yes,
man.
indeed.
Oh, that'd be good too. That'd be good too.
Love it. Anyway, my apologies.
Okay, so so before you stands the proprietor, and he like waves at you from behind the counter, and he says, "Hi there, welcome to Barthen's Provisions. I'm Elmar. Anything in particular you're looking for?" And he is a lean and balding human male shopkeeper. He's probably about 50 years old, with droopy but kind eyes.
Hello, sir. I was told that this was Barthen's Provisions. Are you Elmar Barthen?
As a matter of fact, I am. Been running this
Oh.
this here establishment for the last 10 or so years. What can I do for you?
It seems to be a fine establishment. I do apologize for my lack of worldliness. I'm new to the area. I'm just looking for any sort of knowledge anyone in
Everyone
the
will be
area
alright.
might be able to bestow upon me. I was told there's no library or anything, but I figured you might be a good person to ask just any sort of help in a general knowledgeable sense. So someone of your caliber surely has something to teach.
And he smiles and says, "Yes, I am told a thing or two in the as individuals in town do their business here." He said, "For those who will still do their business here," and he like gets a little bit grumbly, and it's clear that
What do you mean?
he sighs and he looks around. He just opened the shop, but he's still, you catch his eyes like scanning the room to make sure that it's empty, and he sighs and says, "Well," he said, he said that there's been a troublesome gang of individuals lately. They call themselves," and he like makes scare quotes, "the Red Brands," and he clearly has no respect for them. Um, uh, but he says they've been shaking down local businesses, and he says the only reason why we've been able to sustain them because we have the smithy across the street, and they've been kind enough to provide us with means to defend ourselves. And he like produces from under the counter like a huge fucking mace, and then from under the other counter like an elaborate dagger, and he like sets them down, not like menacingly, just kind of like in
Right, right.
in like a jovial way,
Yeah.
and then he says that they've been causing a lot of trouble, and he said, and I hear that they're in and out of the Sleeping Giant Tap House, that old abandoned building. And he says, but so I don't have a lot of other information for you lately because, well, once if you, I've just, he kind of like looks, he's like, have you ever been in a building when a shakedown is happening? Have you ever had your life threatened that way? It's like, you look like a small and delicate creature.
Well, typically yes, but yesterday I did help defeat a manticore.
And he, you, you helped defeat the Manticore.
Yeah, well, not by myself. Clearly, God, not at all. No, I had some from
And he's like, why?
some
Because
fellow adventurers who happened to be going in the
clearly,
same way.
fellow
Well,
adventurers. He's like, oh, fellow adventurers, and he perks up. He's like, I don't suppose they need any equipment. I don't suppose you need any equipment. And he like remembers that he's a businessman,
well, as a matter of fact, I know that a few of them are rather inclined towards goods, money and equipment, and weapons and whatnot. I'm somewhat inclined as long as it helps me build my collection of knowledge.
Knowledge is an admirable goal, and he kind of and he's like, but I don't imagine the only kind of knowledge people ever seek in Phandalin is where the echo mines are, or the nearest treasure cache, or how they can make a quick buck. That's most of the knowledge base here in Phandalin.
I mean, I suppose the location of the mines of Ecomar would be the closest I would look for, but I'm not looking for any particular reason. I'm just looking to sort of curate a breadth of knowledge with which to pass down for generations so that the future might be brighter, the knowledge that it's given.
I am going to say that about at this time, you hear footsteps and chitter and chattering
You hear the bell
behind
on the
you.
door ching as it opens.
Yeah, Asmo's distinct voice. He's, I don't know what crazy nonsense he's spouting, but I'm sure he's saying something.
Wow, look at this place.
And that's why I kicked him.
as you
The
guys
tail end of a story that neither Rhapsody nor Sybil asked to hear or wanted to hear, much less to completion.
love
Yeah,
it.
sounds right.
Love it. And Barthen,
You're still muted, by the way, Becky.
and Barthen perks up and, oh, welcome,
Thanks.
welcome. These are your friends, I assume.
Yes, these are the adventurers I was yesterday. We helped save a woman and defeat a manticore, didn't we, folks?
We're
Kitty
not
was
friends.
angry.
Yeah,
I
he
almost
calls
died.
He calls the manticore Kitty. The devilish looking one and myself were in pretty dire straits. We managed to hold our own again.
And as he kind of sizes you guys up, he says, "Yeah, I believe that you guys can. I did hear that Miss Cadabra found herself in town. I don't suppose she was who you were after."
Yep.
That's
She
exactly
was.
who we saved.
Yeah.
And while you guys are talking, Asmo is literally just like walking around the perimeter of the entire building. He's just looking at the wares, and you can sort of see these like eyes just being shot at me by, I'm going to assume would be Sybil, just to make sure, like a child, I'm not touching anything or playing with anything.
That's exactly what it is.
That's out.
It's canon now.
I am the mom of this group.
We have to babysit you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you drop that, I swear to God.
So,
I don't want to drop it.
You said his name was Elmer?
His name is
Oh.
Elmar. Yes. Elmar.
La 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 la. Elmar's
Elmar's
world.
Elmar's world.
Yes. Elmar here was just telling me about the dreadful ruffians he's been plagued with recently. Luckily, the smithy across the street is helping him, but it might be something that we should look into.
We could go knock on his door too.
No,
If
we
we
don't.
knock on
And he
these guys'
laughs.
doors,
He's all.
If we knock-
that's a good one.
if we knock on these guys' doors, I think we should continue knocking until it comes down.
I'm okay with that. Maybe we can buy a bigger hammer.
Speaking of buying things, Elmar, what do you have by way of health potions, good sir?
Well, that depends. How many are you looking for? I have them.
We don't have a lot of money, so
We really don't. Maybe just a couple of health potions for the road.
I have 194.
how the fuck?
I have 49 gold pieces and 6 silver.
I have 64 gold pieces.
I didn't spend any of my starting gold.
Neither did I.
I don't
think I did.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
I don't keep track of your guys' gold. I just dole it out. And honestly, these adventures are a little bit stingy. They're actually a lot bit stingy. I will give you guys that. As a matter of fact, what I pay you for that job, that last job?
50
It was
gold
50
pieces
gold
apiece.
pieces a piece.
I doubled the amount. So
Really?
yeah,
Damn.
this is
It was 25.
Goddamn.
this is a stingy ass adventure. So
Stingy ass adventure.
What did
yeah.
I spend? I must have paid for the room, because like, how do I have less than 50? Probably.
Yeah, because I didn't spend any gold in the room. I
He charged you guys
slept
for
in the
a
roof.
meal too. You guys ate.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Juan slept on the roof because he's an owl.
Yeah, because you can do that. Okay, so anyway, back in character.
Yeah.
What was the last thing anybody said?
Potions.
I was telling them about the ruffians that have been plaguing
That's
Elmar
right.
established.
That's right. And Elmar looks at you guys and says, it's like, truth be told, I'd give you all a potion of peace on the house if you gave me your word that you'd go look into it.
We will go
Absolutely.
right
I'll be
think
the ambassador.
I think after handling some manticore, we can handle some delinquents.
Yeah.
And he lights up, excellent! And he pulls out 4 potions and puts them on the counter. And you can see that there are quite a few more in the stash that he had pulled them from. He says, would you like to purchase additional?
Yeah, I'll purchase 1 additional.
Wonderful. It's whatever the price says it is in the handbook.
I think they're 50 gold pieces.
They're 50 apiece. Then I
And you
can't
have
afford
49. Aha! I'll give you a gold piece to afford it.
them. And I'm just gonna look at you like, thanks. I'll take
fine.
1 extra, please.
Bitch, I don't have to give you a gold piece. Whore.
You're gonna laugh at me first.
You are right. A potion of healing is 50 gold.
There you go. There you
Yep.
go. Anyone else?
Okay, I do now.
Do you have arrows?
Asmo's under the same condition, but I didn't need an additional potion because remember she gave Miss Kadabra gave.
Yeah, that's where I got my
gave us
1.
2.
Right.
Well, you got 1 and Juan got 1.
Yeah, we all
So
got
I
one because
will-
we were both healed.
I
Yeah.
will fork over 1 of my gold pieces to Juan so that he can buy an extra one as well if he wishes.
He has the most gold out of all of us. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
no,
don't
no.
need to help him.
Don't worry about me for money or potions. I've got 2 potions and almost 200 gold. I'm good. Thanks.
Shopkeep,
Damn it.
Yes,
do you have arrows by chance, good sir?
I do. I will sell them to you for the going rate.
I would love to buy some arrows from you. It looks like I can buy 20 for a gold piece.
That sounds about right.
Whole ass quiver.
Great. I will buy 20 arrows from you.
I will do just that.
Anything else? A health potion for yourself, perhaps.
I'm good. I have 3 now.
Would you like to pre-order any items for the future?
Pre-order.
It comes with a bonus.
Y'all got battle toads?
Okay, hold on. I gotta clip this shit.
As a matter of fact, we do. Rare replays coming out. You can order.
Oh man, woo, buddy!
do you have Battletoads?
Yo, you got that diamond pickaxe code or whatever the fuck it was? What was that pickaxe code thing?
Oh, I don't
Oh,
fucking
God.
remember.
Do you guys have fork knife?
Oh, God.
Yo, you got V-Bucks? You got V-Bucks, dog? You got V-Bucks?
You got V-Bucks?
Travis Stetcher telling us the story about how he's like,
Damn
people
it.
come in like, we don't have any wees. Oh.
Yeah, like the one time that my dad ruined Christmas for that one lady's kid.
Oh,
Oh man, only one
What?
Christmas? I ruined a bunch of Christmases myself, or at least what I got blamed for.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
right.
my dad was working at the Plaza store, the upstairs Plaza store when the Wii came out.
I don't
And
think I
so-
ever knew that your dad worked at GameStop.
he was my
he
boss.
was, and the district manager.
Yeah.
For
I
a
have
while.
now
yeah,
worked
you might have
with your
told me that.
entire family.
I know.
Yeah, you might have told me that.
I
Get
just
the-
realized
Get the fuck out of my family tree.
your dad was like my first boss, then your mom, and now I'm working with you.
As a side, Alex is obviously starting at my job in 2 weeks, but she used my mom as one of her references.
Are they actually
So
calling her to hire her?
my boss had to call my mom
For
Right.
reference.
for reference. And so the long-standing joke now is they're going to hire my mom. And so I sent this meme to both my mom and Alex today.
I'm the boss.
You do. I'm the boss.
That would be the silver lining, yeah.
That's so good.
Because I
That's so
really would
good.
be like their boss. I
That's
am
so good.
100% Alex's boss because I am
Oh my
like 3
God.
levels above where she's going to be when she starts. But yeah, so. But yeah, regardless, my dad worked at Plaza. That's how we knew Alex. He was the district manager for everything. Why did my whole shit just go so yellow?
I don't know. Your lighting got
I'm
all
not
fucked.
sure. Not sure.
There you
Okay.
go.
Anyway,
That's weird.
Magic.
but some woman came in on December 22nd
Oh, you're a
God.
dumbass. Fuck
and
you.
asked for a Wii
Yeah,
and my
fuck you.
dad said no, and she was like, well, I hope you're okay with ruining a 7-year-old's Christmas. And he looked her dead in the face and said, yeah, that's fine with me.
Well,
I would have looked her dead in the face and said,
Savage.
"It's not my 7-year-old, bitch."
I
It's
know.
not my fault you waited till the day before Christmas.
I'm
Yeah.
not the one who waited for a Wii. You really
He had
wanted that.
He had like a 12-year-old at home who had no interest in a Wii. He was fine ruining a 7-year-old's Christmas. Actually, no, if I think about the timeline, he had a 12-year-old at home that he had bought rollerblades for Christmas, and she had broken her legs 2 weeks prior.
Oh.
Nice.
Rip.
Nice.
I
Yo, I
did
got-
open roller skates Christmas morning with a cast that went all the way up to my thigh.
Damn.
That's cold.
He could have
Put it under the tree.
he could have
That's
just
so
not given
funny.
it to you.
That's so good.
And then, of course, I did what every 12-year-old does when she is in a cast and has rollerblades, is I put the rollerblades on one foot and then used my crutches as skis.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
as you do.
That makes
As,
sense.
as one do.
I like that.
So, I have a question, Barthen.
Okay. Yes.
A hand axe costs only 5 gold pieces. Would there happen to be a hand axe +1 at your
Shit.
store for purchase?
Trying to get
Well,
magic items this early.
Yeah,
This
We're
isn't
level
magic.
2, homie. Simmer down.
No, the
tech-
pluses mean that magic enters
No,
in.
no.
So,
Well,
like,
the,
when they...
the
Oh.
first +1 could theoretically be just a masterwork quality, really high
It's
quality.
what is an uncommon, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I don't know.
It's green,
Just
whatever
because it's
green
not
means.
common doesn't mean it's necessarily specifically magic. I mean,
And we are right across the street from the smithy, who he
But
just
that
produced
is-
two
that
very
is-
kind, awesome weapons.
that is going to be Barthen's response to you. He's going to say, I certainly don't sell anything. As a matter of fact, I don't sell really very much at all outside of, the occasional arrow or dagger. I wouldn't want to step on the smithy owner's shoes.
You should go see the smithy then.
And can you tell us about the smithy? Is he a kind fellow like yourself?
He is absolutely a kind fellow.
Maybe checking.
Yeah, right.
Dick.
He might be. He
Line
might
is
even.
a line
She
is a
might
line
even be
is-
a fine lady. I'm not really sure.
Oh, we'll say fella's gender neutral. Fella. Kind fella?
Yeah.
The guy.
Or otherwise
Guy.
known here in California as dude. That dude. Gender
Yeah,
neutral.
exactly. Yeah.
That dude.
Is that a kind duder?
I
We
actually-
are woke here in the town of wherever we are, Fandral. And we
Phandalin.
say
Phandalin.
them.
And we
Them.
say what?
Them.
them.
Them, yeah.
Yeah.
Them are a happy person.
Yes,
You
them.
still say they.
No,
Fucking idiot.
Only them.
she solidified herself to the bit. It's them.
Okay.
Thou.
From now on, Sybil is only allowed to use them as pronoun. Better roleplay that shit, bitch.
Jeremy.
Them's
Jeremy.
is sounding a little angry.
Thous.
Thous.
Thou? Okay,
Thous.
yeah.
Thous.
My pronouns are them, thou.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you are an elf, so I wouldn't put it past you to be thou.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Real
don't
bitch.
refer to me as thy lady, I will shoot you with an arrow.
I'm absolutely never referring to you as that.
And
Well, then you're getting an arrow in your feathered
and
little
I
ass.
will remind
Well-
you that your introduction to this group was pretty lackluster.
Yeah,
Becky
you
was
were,
not feeling very well, so Sybil was not very outspoken.
You were a mute ass elf. Don't
I
even
was.
go there.
Just
I
like
don't even think my
defeatedly
camera was
shooting
on that night.
arrows from a distance.
it definitely wasn't.
It was not.
I was not feeling good that night.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
I
But
was in pain.
but he is going to look at you, and this isn't in the book, so I actually get to have some fun. He says, Gaza, over at the heavy metal smithy, is a very kind dwarven lady. She's a lady. Don't let the beard fool you. She's a lady. Don't fuck that up.
Don't fuck that up.
Dwarven lady, eh?
It's gonna lay on the charm for this
no.
one.
we need to have a cold shower prepared for Asmo.
Too horny, get him back.
Usually
No,
that's
I've
the
already
bard.
left. I already
Oh, he
said
already
that while
took
you were
off.
God
still in.
damn it.
Does he need to have a separate conversation with this dwarf?
You guys are in there. I'm gonna make sure you guys are actually in there. There you go.
Fuck.
Okay,
I don't
Asmo
want to hear
turns to
anything.
dip. If I remember correctly, Sybil was keeping her eye on him. Does she want to say anything to him before he leaves? Does she want to go after him?
I feel like Asmo, like Sybil turned to the shopkeep to buy her arrows, and I feel like Asmo would have taken that as the exact moment to just fucking disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
He would have known the second that Sybil. It's just like breakfast this morning. Sybil turned around and went, 20 arrows, please. Grabbed her arrows, turned back, and the dwarf is gone.
And Sybil's just thinking to herself, how the fuck do I
And
keep
she's just
letting these idiots
holding this
disappear?
quiver of arrows, and she's like, what the fuck is happening?
I'm
I'd like
so
to
much
think-
better than
For
this.
the second time in the last hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
At least
so
the
much
other-
better than this.
At least the rest of us are still in the same room as you.
that's true.
Yeah.
I would like to say, I would like to get an opportunity to speak with this lovely dwarven lass before they catch back up to me.
Well, that depends on how long they take to get to you.
However, I would think it would be hilarious if basically the moment that you introduced our Smithy as a dwarven lady, that everyone's eyes get big and they realize that I'm gone from the room at that exact moment.
Yes,
So
100%.
I just want my 2 seconds to be able to speak to the Smithy before everyone else.
You've got at
comes
least
in.
a 2-second head start as of now.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I come up to the Smithy,
Hold on, real
knowing
quick,
that
real
I'm-
quick.
Yeah,
We're
hold
still
on,
we're still
we're
in
still in
Barthen's.
here.
We're still in Barthen's.
Yeah.
You're gone. You're out the door. It's the price of saying I leave is you leave.
But Barthen tells us about a bearded dwarf, and we're just like, oh shit. Well, let's
Yeah,
finish
there he
business
goes.
here. Let's
We
finish
go after
business
him?
here.
Yeah, we'll give him a head start. If he's just going to a dwarven lady, he's not going far.
Yeah, he seems like an odd fellow.
Yeah.
Well,
I would consider that an understatement of sorts.
Don't ask us about him. We don't know.
okay,
We really don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't ask us about they. We don't know.
They.
Now.
Very good.
and Barthen shrugs and says, "Oh, I'm not worried. Gaza can handle herself."
Ah, I like to hear it. Anyway, what other provisions do you typically cater to other than health potions, occasional dagger, and such?
He says, "Well, I'm proud to be the largest trading post here in Phandalin. I admittedly sell," and he like turns behind him. There's like a whole row of like dwarven style picks, and like canvas bags, and like general like pulleys and levers and stuff. He's like, "I do sell quite a bit of mining equipment to the local dwarves. They're at least half of the reason why we exist here in Phandalin." And then he gestures to the other side and he says, "The other half is for treasure hunters and adventurers such as yourself." He says, "It's
Congratulations on your success. Maybe one day you might be able to speak with me and we can try to curate some sort of beginner's guide to business owning.
he says, as long as I can sell it when we're done."
Oh, absolutely. It's your story. I want nothing less.
What sort of adventurer provisions do you have?
He has. This is a pretty like it's not a huge shop. Like those
Yeah.
of you who came from Neverwinter, which is a much larger like coastal city. But for a essentially podunk town, like he's got any mundane equipment that you could expect to find: ropes, grappling hooks, caltrops, ball bearings, bottles and jugs and bags, and I mean he's got basically the whole spread of.
Did you say caltrops,
I did.
Becky? Damn it, Becky, you're muted.
No, it's her.
No.
Your mic just sucks. I think your noise suppression doesn't like pick up what you say right away, and that's why we missed the first part of what you say.
Yeah, I think your
There's
like
a
volume
setting.
gate
If I
is
get
all
too
make it more
loud,
funky, yeah.
if I get too loud, it'll cut me off, and that was
Yeah.
a big laugh.
That's fine.
That was a big laugh.
One bag of caltrops, please.
There you go.
Absolutely. Anything else?
Caltrops
I
are a
don't-
lifesaver.
I don't
Oh
have
my
any money,
God.
but like if I sing you a song, can I trade you for a grappling hook?
Grappling hook's like
I mean,
15.
that's not exactly trade.
Is
That's
that-
more bartering.
Will somebody do a price
She is a
check for me?
bard.
That's like 15 gold, right?
Hey,
I don't know. I don't have any money, so that's why I'm trying to like.
It's just fair. I got a plan for you. I just got to know how much it costs.
I mean,
Uh,
you could try persuasion or something.
Grappling
That's
hook.
Performance?
exactly.
It is 2 gold pieces.
He says it'd have to be a pretty kick-ass performance.
Oh, that's I forgot to add the rope because they're separate. Hold on.
Stop it.
What kind of robes do you offer while she's looking that up?
So it's a total of 3 gold pieces.
Oh, 3 gold pieces. Yeah, he said it'd have to be a hell of a song. Didn't get to be the most successful shop owner by giving my merchandise away.
I can't wait to find out your secrets.
Do I need to roll for performance to see?
Roll a persuasion first, because you're trying to talk him
Persuasion? Okay.
into giving you the opportunity to do this in the first place.
Very good, very good.
Oh, that's an 8.
Are you proficient in?
That's
in
I rolled a
persuasion?
3 and it's +5.
Yeah.
So
And he looks at you and he says, "I'd give you a discount on one. I'd be happy to knock a gold off the price if the performance was good, but I'd still have to hold firm at 2 gold."
trying to charm my way into free things because I don't have any money.
You have 49 gold. You can spare.
No, I spent
No,
it
she
on
spent
the potion.
that plus
Oh,
one
yeah.
of Sybil's on a
Oh,
potion.
that's right.
She took one of mine.
Yeah,
Fuck! I'll just give him the 2 gold for your shit.
That's always an option.
I mean,
Yeah,
as long as I get it for free.
I
don't
I
care.
gave him 2 gold. I take the shit and I throw it to her.
Thanks.
And
You're welcome.
he like catches the rope real quick, so you throw it to him, and like you catch the hook, but the rope like goes to the full extent, and, like falls limp. And he says, "I believe I'm owed a performance."
Oh, okay. Do you want me to also roll for performance to see how good it
Yeah.
ends up?
And please
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me, what instrument you're performing on,
Stop.
in what way you are.
I am
entertaining
gonna
them.
use my bagpipes to sing a song and do a dance.
The
You use the most
bagpipes.
annoying fucking
I love it.
instrument.
I love it. Go.
It's and I got a 15 for performance.
That's not terrible. That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So
And
Not
I'm
bad.
just
no, go.
I'm
go for it.
just
Dirty deeds
gonna-
done dirt cheap.
no. I'm gonna just rickroll your ass. Never
Yes.
gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Woo!
Jeremy, move your chair.
Never gonna run. I don't know how to emulate bagpipes. And I'm just gonna like, woo! And I'm just gonna look at you like, what'd you think? I don't know, wink at you, and I'm like, hey, what'd you think?
And I think that I can't say I've ever heard an instrument quite like that before.
I'm the greatest bard you will ever see. You're welcome. And I'm just gonna flip my hair and grab all my things and like walk towards the door.
I totally forgot how pompous you are.
And Barth is just
Full
gonna
of
stand there,
myself.
just kind of like blinking, just.
Wow, that was a performance.
I'm just gonna shake my head a little bit and be like, I'm so sorry. And then just turn and leave.
That leaves you, Juan, as the sole resident of Parthens. Oh, you asked about robes. He has a lot of like homespun robes in earth tones. The materials that he'd need for, fancier dyes, golden trim, that kind of stuff is not really here, with the exception of, he does have a section of like cord with gold infused in it, like jewelry with like gemstones and stuff, which you can probably assume come from the local hillside. But the robes are pretty simple.
Are the I guess the gold and stuff and all that are those more decorative in nature, or is there any sort of functional use or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are decorative. Like I said, the rope would be used to like tie a robe
Right.
tight, and it's like inlaid with gold, so that it kind of looks like it's the rope is made out of gold, even though obviously it's not. It's clearly like dwarven craftsmanship. And then same thing
Okay.
for all of the smaller like jewels and trinkets and things. They're like accessories and not, there's no like utilitarian value outside of they look nice.
Barthen,
look
are
great.
you much of a God, is a
Seamster.
male seamstress a seamster?
That sounds like the right term to me.
Grammatically,
Sure.
it does.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Barthen, are you much of a seamster yourself?
And he says, "Oh, no, I don't have time for
Taylor,
that."
it's Taylor.
Taylor, there you go.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
The
Grammatically,
first
that
word I
sounds
thought of
correct.
was seamstress.
Oh
Team
my
Oh
They.
goodness.
no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It is. It's both.
Oh,
The
nice.
Oh, really?
male counterpart
Nice.
to seamstress is seamster.
Hey!
The gender neutral term is Taylor.
Excuse me. It is a seam they.
Seam they.
Fuck up.
Oh my goodness.
Barthen, are you much of a tailor?
He says, oh no, I don't have time for that. He says, what if my assistants, when they're not loading and unloading the wagon, Ander does all my sewing for me?
He
Hey,
has a
Jeremy.
tinker, a
if-
tailor, a soldier, and a.
Jeremy,
What?
do you know why they call me the tailor? Because of how I thread the needle.
Crickets. Crickets.
Inside joke. I can see it already.
Jeremy dying. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
Oh
God
my
damn
god.
it.
I can't remember now. Is that Avatar or is that Dragon Prince?
That's Voltron, you
I'm
fuck.
about to say it's not
Oh
Avatar.
fuck, you're right.
It's
Yeah,
like, I
you're
don't
right. You're
recognize
right.
it.
You're right. It's literally the
It's been a
fucking
while.
episode. You're
the
right.
first
you're right.
fucking episode, it was
It's
Lance.
my character. Yeah, I
Your
know.
Threading the
character.
needle.
My fucking character. Anyway, yeah. So, but Barthen, would you
Ow.
mind if I if I gave you my purple robes, would you be able to accentuate them with your gold inlay?
Yeah.
Or your assistant. I mean, not necessarily you specifically, but would Barthen's provisions be willing to and or able? Thing?
Because
I'd love to help out a small business as well as spread the gospel, as it were, of your beautiful establishment.
I think Andrew can handle that. You're a small fellow, and there wouldn't be much work to be done.
Yeah.
Oh, Rhapsody's gone.
He's no,
Rhapsody's
she's
back.
just temporarily.
Um,
Yeah, I'm here.
I just saw
Technically, a
the
tinker, a tailor, a soldier, and a spy.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
kill you.
Yeah, absolutely, we could do that for you. He's like, I'm not sure what I'd charge you for it. I'd quote you at somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 10 gold. I'll have a solid number for you when we know how much materials we use.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Just for information's sake, I am only about 3'7", so that way you'll know how much material you might need.
This is, well, great. You're leaving the robes with us, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got some basic ass tunic underneath, so I'm not just feathers and all.
Just
Feathers.
going command owl.
Hey.
Yeah.
Command owl.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
You love to hear it.
Bravo. Bravo.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Barthen. I'm glad to have
Clip
met you.
yourself.
Glad to glad to help a small business, and we will do our best to take care of these
The ruffians.
degenerates as soon as we can.
He says, remember, the Sleeping Giant Tap House is where they were seen last.
Oh, thank you very much. I will make note of that.
And as you exit the building, we pick up with Asmo, who is walking into the heavy metal smithy and is greeted by the air is thick with smoke. It would burn your nostrils if not for your dwarven ancestry, and would block your vision if not for your, because there's very little light in here. The smoke has choked a lot of it out, but you're a dwarf and have your dark vision. The distinctive sound of metal striking metal, clang, 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 as you look up, and there's a dwarven figure with a bright, what may have once been a bright orange beard, just like covered in like soot and ash, thrown over their shoulder, just with this like huge hulking biceps, just like hammering away at a Kurikis, and they don't even look up, like they don't see you walk in at all.
Asmo's gonna walk in, and instead of actually maintaining, he understands that he's only got a couple moments. So in Dwarvish, uh, he's going to shout out, "Say friend," loud enough that it can be heard over the clanging of metal.
Give me a Constitution check.
Constitution. Let's find out. That's a Constitution saving throw.
That's right.
No, it's a saving throw.
Well, it's not a saving
No,
throw, but I think
it's
it's
fine.
calculated the same because I think all your saving throw is plus your Constitution modifier, right?
He clicked on the wrong thing.
Yeah. Whatever.
Some of them you can get a proficiency in some saving throws, which change them.
Yeah, so it's a
That's
D20
why-
plus
that's
your
why I'm
con
saying.
mod, and if you're proficient, then you can add your proficiency
I
modifier.
was trying to find out where the cons. There it is. Okay. Here we go.
That's up at the tippy top. It's one of your main skills.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's essentially the same thing as your ability check.
Yeah,
unless
it looks
you
like
have-
it was an 11.
Yeah.
That's
Not
enough.
horrible, not great.
Yeah, it's enough for her to at least look up from her work and clang, stop as it, echoes through the clang, clang, clang. Looks up and as if they didn't, they kind of give you the standard response in common, welcome, what can I do for you?
And in Dwarvish again, Asmo's just going to ask that he said, "I would be ever so grateful if you would do me the favor of playing along." And at the same time, he's playing with his ring with the signet on it. And it just catches the gleam of a single ray of light as it's coming in through one of the openings through the soot. And you can see it sort of gleaming off, and to have her catch the eye. And not much more context.
Hold on,
other than
Chris.
that.
My headphones came unplugged. Please repeat the last about 7 seconds.
You got it. So basically, as he comes in, he's going to say, "I would be ever so grateful if you would do me the favor of playing along," in Dwarvish, and a single beam of light that's sort of cut through the soot is going to gleam off of his ring with a signet, which he's playing with in clear view.
Okay. I need to do a quick roll. Second.
Are you done being mean to your brother?
Probably not.
She sees you. She sees you do this, and in Dwarvish replies, "Fancy ring." But no, like recognition. Just fancy ring.
Absolutely no recognition.
None.
All right. He's going to sort of play it off as a no matter. I'm a friend of all dwarves. You may know us by our name, the Dwarvensteins. We're sort of new in town, and I'm looking to buy a little bit of gear, and I'm trying to do so as inconspicuously as possible.
And she, kind of like looks at you and says, "Discretion is not really my business, but if you need weapons, I can sell those to you."
And Asmo's gonna instantly change back into common in his normal sort of psycho self, and he's gonna be like, "Would you happen to have any hand axes
What
that
the
are a little bit more fine than normal?"
What the fuck? Just like, what the fuck? Like, that's out loud. That's, yes, maybe.
How much would you mind selling me one for?
Oh, God. Yeah, hold on. I have to check my stock. And they just, like, slowly, like, do you think would like stop a couple of times in the process of turning around, just, like, shake their head, like, and they go back, and they start, like, you hear stuff being, like, rummaged through, you hear a whistling sound as a dagger, like, flies through the air and, like, lands and, like, embeds itself in the wood floors as she's, like, tearing through merchandise, looking at stuff. And this process does take her a while to look and see. So I am going to say that the rest of the party, in the order they left Barthen's, have the opportunity to arrive while she is searching through her merchandise.
That'd be me.
So Rhapsody is the first one in.
Yep.
Cool. She's the barkeep. The Gaza is not. She's literally got her back to you. So.
And I just see her frantically rummaging through things.
Yeah.
I heard a moose dying next door. What happened?
Excuse me.
And I'll walk in at that moment. I'll be like, she tried to play a song on her bagpipes.
You, Mr. Dwarf Man, are a connoisseur of the bagpipe. No.
She succeeded, goddammit.
What did she roll again?
15?
15.
I said I was a connoisseur. I didn't say I'd tolerate all playing.
Burn.
You know nothing of art, tiny man.
I know.
I'm gonna look over at the smithy lady, and I'm just gonna look back at Asmo, and I'm like, what did you do? Why is she rummaging and throwing things around? Did you make her angry?
I'm looking to buy a hand axe. She looks like she's really good at it. And I'm gonna dodge something being thrown like right at my head. It's just sort of like a funk as something embeds behind, completely unfazed.
And she turns back around and like slams a hand axe down on the counter next to you. Says, "I am good at it, damn good at it." And in front of you is a like ornate hand axe with like dwarvish runes and like the dwarvish cultural equivalent of a Celtic knot. Like embossed on either side of the hand axe. The handle has obviously been meticulously sanded and polished, and this is a level again above most quality of weapons that you find usually. And she looks at you in a gruff voice and says, 500 gold.
500 gold? I might have to come back. Do you have any extra work you need done around here that might help me pay off such a fine weapon?
Check the board.
We'll check the board.
Okay.
We already checked the board.
We're gonna be working on the things that were on the board.
Asmo's gonna know that he doesn't want to piss this lady off. Mainly because of the fact that he sees a business partner and he doesn't see somebody that he wants to be devaluing her goods. He'd love to barter, but at the same time, as he can see that it probably, at 500 gold, it's probably not going to do much good to sit there and remind her that a normal hand axe is 5 gold and that it doesn't look like it's about that fine. But he thinks that the long-term relationship, and understanding that he's not going to succeed in bartering, the long-term relationship goals of trying to smooth her over as a business partner later on down the line, possibly, have a lot more value to him.
Your DM thinks that's a great idea. Basically, if about 10 seconds goes by without anybody saying anything to her, she's gonna get back to work.
I don't have any money, so.
If Sybil finds her way in.
I'd already been in.
Yeah, it's Juan who's the last one in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and depending on how long you guys are here, get here, leave.
Yeah, because Juan did. Depending on how long you guys are here, he might not even get there before you guys leave because he did spend a little while extra in Barthen's talking.
Were you gonna head into the smithy anyway?
Maybe not right away. I mean, the smithy has knowledge with which I could gain, but probably nothing that would particularly entice Juan.
As far as Rhapsody's concerned, she said she doesn't have any extra jobs for us, so I'm inclined to get moving to the job that's on the board.
Yeah.
Do we want to go to the board or do we want to go to the Sleeping Giant?
We've already gone to the board.
Well, two of you have. Two
That's
of you
true.
have.
Did we want to do the Sleeping Giant first?
Clang!
Ruffian?
Clang! Clang! Clang!
Let's go somewhere where it's quiet.
Can we get out of here to talk?
Yeah. Let's go.
She looks busy.
Clang! Clang!
We're
gonna walk out.
All right, as they're about to leave the door, I open it and see them barreling out, and I'm just like,
I know who's the first one out. You almost knock over Juan.
Asmo.
Asmo almost. If Asmo was the size of the tiefling, you probably would have knocked over Juan, but
yeah.
but he's a little stouter, so.
I'm gonna bump into him and then sort of like caress the feathers just for a moment before Juan whacks me away.
Creeper.
Gross.
And down the road I go again.
Everybody following? Are we checking in with Juan?
So, Juan, I think the idea was to go take care of those ruffians while we're still in town.
Yeah,
did.
I imagine that would be time efficient than leaving and then coming back and then dealing with it. Plus, if we wait too long and something unspeakable does happen to Barthen, we might not get any discounted items.
This is very true.
And he did give us those health potions to do this, so
True.
Yeah.
So
Let's go to the
let's-
sleeping
yeah,
giant
he basically paid you all what you got
ahead.
paid to do the last job in advance for this one.
yeah, let's go to the sleeping giant.
Yep.
Go talk to some ruffians.
Sweet. Your DM thinks now's a great time for a 5 to 10 minute break. So that's what we're gonna do real quick, and
Okay.
then we'll pick up.
Alrighty then.
We'll pick up right outside the sleeping giant and take it from there.
Cool.
Sounds
Yeah, buddy.
good.
Cool. All right. See you guys in a few.
Yes, sir. There you are.
All right.
Apparently, I have accidentally, potentially inspired a thirst off between over a dozen potentially warring podcasts.
What? There are so many elements of what you just said that I do not understand.
And so, I months ago I started listening to a supernatural podcast.
Okay.
Once I caught up to the newest episodes, I didn't really have any other new podcasts to listen to, and I was just kind of searching. So I found two more supernatural podcasts. One of them, I joined their Discord today and was like browsing their Twitter earlier today for no fucking reason,
Yeah.
and saw that they were tagged in something a couple days ago. So I commented on it, and I was referencing the first podcast I started listening to, and basically said that they were the thirstiest supernatural podcast out there. To which at least half of the podcasts that were listed on the first post took some kind of offense to that and said, "We need a thirst off."
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. Totally unintentional, but I'm absolutely looking forward to whether or not this actually happens.
You know, and I really hope you keep us posted.
I will do so, even though nobody gives a shit. I do. Okay, wait, I don't give a shit. Fucking April Day. Get the fuck out of here.
We will get back into this as soon as I find the page the next thing is on.
Ah,
Well, I'm fucking muted. Chris, your mic isn't working. Cannot hear you.
nope.
Alex, I can't hear you either.
So,
There we go. I fixed it.
You fixed
He's
it.
trying to fix his headset. It's being dumb.
Gotcha.
Oh, reassigning button.
what the fuck?
Huh?
Somebody's display name in this Discord is Chris, comma, gun-toting infant.
Okay.
Okay.
Still can't hear you, babe.
Okay, and I am ready to go as soon as we get all our technical stuff sorted out.
Hell
Did
yeah!
we
Let's
turn it off and then turn it
go.
on again?
Let's roll some fucking math rocks.
So you guys have been in roleplay mode, so I've been trying to let you roll math rocks when appropriate.
I honestly don't know if I have it in me for an entire battle tonight. I'm gonna be fully real.
Well, we'll see.
It's okay. I'm good for roleplay too. I'm just using math rocks as a general term D&D.
I guess it's a good opportunity to check in while we're working out technical difficulties. How much more steam do we feel we collectively got?
40 hours.
More than Becky, but I will go off of the Becky scale of
Pretty
steam.
much.
Okay, Becky.
Sybil will just start shutting down again.
So
Yeah.
you can zombie your
So-
way through for a while. Is what I'm hearing.
Sybil suffers 4 points of exhaustion and retires to the inn for the rest of the session.
4 points, bitch. I'm at like 57 points.
Baby, you can just switch it to your other mic if it's quicker.
I think you die at 3.
Oh, there's
Really?
actually something called exhaustion points.
Yeah, no, that's an actual thing. I was being shitty about it.
Oh, cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I don't know how exhaustion works. I know how it works in Pathfinder, where you gain levels of exhaustion.
1 point is effectively nothing. It's kind of a warning point, if I remember correctly. 2 points, you can't regain all your health during rests. 3 points is like way worse, I think.
I mean, how do you even get exhaustion? Like, if you're resting, how do you get?
By not resting,
Trying it
or
again.
by not resting, yeah.
or by
He's
some
alive.
magic
There we go.
stuff. Chris, we got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I tried enabling a mute button,
Thank
so I
you.
could just click on it in my headset, and it just
Thank you.
Bless
pretty
you.
much
Thank
permanently.
you.
Okay. You guys approach. What the fuck is this place called? The Sleeping Giant.
Hey.
The Sleeping Giant is a ramshackle tap room at the east end of
Oh
town.
no.
4 human ruffians linger on the covered porch,
Hey, that's the word that I use.
perched on empty ale barrels leaning against the wall. They all wear grimy scarlet cloaks, their sullen stares fixated on you as you approach. One of the thugs spits on the ground. Well,
Gross.
well, it's a whole pack of little puppies. What do you want, puppies? You come to bark
Puppies?
at us?
I'm not a puppy. I'm an owlet, sir.
Can
Can
I
I
bark
try to
at him?
seduce him?
What species are they?
Wow.
They are.
That was. She was the most
Good
opposite reaction.
fucking lord.
Serious question though.
Rhapsody's over there like, hey baby, and Sybil's all just rough.
Fucking Christ.
Mean dog privileges.
So one at a time, please. There are 4 ruffians in front of you. One of them has addressed you. What were those 2 simultaneous comments?
I want to
Sybil-
bark at them.
And I want to
Radley
try and
wants to hit
seduce
on.
them.
You can.
Yeah.
Barking is talking. You can do that instantly. No big deal. It will probably affect your partner's seduction attempt, however.
I can't wait till after she seduces them to bark at.
Hold on. Does Sybil know? Does Sybil care?
Oh no, Sybil doesn't care. She's just gonna bark.
No, Sybil's gonna bark.
He's
Cool.
gonna say, "What's up, puppies?" And she's immediately just gonna be like, "Ruff."
This is a good.
Rhapsody's
This is
like,
this is a
funny
good.
segue. I like it, rough.
This is a good opportunity for me to remind everyone that that at any point in time it is okay to throw the flag and say, "That's not. I got issues with that." And I also remind everyone that this is a fantasy game, and the characters that I roleplay in no way represent my own views. That being said, as this, and I want to paint a picture, word picture for everybody, that as you all walk up, and this like clearly asshole looking down his nose at you, being a prick, says, "Well, looks like a whole pack of little puppies," and what do you want, puppies? You come here to bark at us? And immediately one of them barks at you. He's going to turn to the largest male figure, which is in this case Asmo, and say, and
Wait, how
probably
tall is Asmo?
Like 3 feet, 4
usually
feet.
dwarves are usually between 3 and 4.
How tall are you, Asmo?
I'm gonna have to look that up, but I think I'm like 2 foot something.
Because I'm 3'7".
You can't be 2 foot something as a dwarf. That's way short.
I
That's like
think you're
gnome
right.
territory.
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't remember. Remember, we also threw this together, so
That's true. That's true.
I don't remember.
And then
I'm
okay,
also a very
does
inexperienced player.
While he's looking at that, I want to tell you guys about my idea for a new paladin.
Okay.
I want to make a paladin that has the Oath of the Mothman.
Do it. Fucking do a homebrew, dog.
It's gonna
Yo.
be my next paladin
I like
character
it.
that I make.
I like it.
I'm absolutely gonna make an Oath of the Throwing It Back paladin. Just so you know.
Please do.
I'm gonna do it.
And then you have to actually throw it back. If you don't break your back, I don't want it.
I mean, just that
Oh, I'm
already kind of hurt.
Yeah, I thought I remembered you being significantly
4'2",
taller
yeah.
than the owl.
Over 2. Okay.
Okay, so one more time, because I really want all the context to be there before I go into dialogue.
Sorry.
The thugs spit on the ground, call you a pack of puppies, say, "What do you want, puppies? You come to bark at us?" The female elf chooses to bark, so he turns to the male authority figure of the group, which is probably Asmo, and says, "You need to get your bitch in line."
Yeah.
I want to
She's
bark
killed
again.
people for less. We're just trying to beat you senseless.
I still want to try and seduce him,
Um,
like really throw him off.
That challenge rating is going up exponentially by the second. So why don't you? Is there a skill
As soon
for
as he
that?
says that,
Do you?
as soon as he says that, I'm gonna be terrified and I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt on the guy who said bitch.
Oh
Who
God,
called Sybil a bitch.
we're immediately in combat.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
just trying to seduce him to make him back off.
Nope,
Let
nope.
me use my feminine wiles.
I'm sorry. You all need to roll for initiative. It's done.
They got barked at and then
Y'all
told they were
suck.
gonna die.
Y'all
Called
suck.
me a bitch, and then he got hit with a witch bolt.
Do I still get my free attack before we enter initiative?
Yeah, you'll
Y'all
get your free attack. Yeah, absolutely. You're starting it off.
Do I still have to roll to hit, or because he's unassuming?
No, he's assuming. You need to roll the
He
hit.
got barked at.
Oh yeah, buddy, let's go. 22 to hit.
That's absolutely gonna hit him.
Fuck yeah.
What'd I fucking call this?
I would like to remind you that these are probably townsfolk's kids. We've already tried to break down somebody's door. It may, once again, as we have spoken before, and now that we don't have 2 demons straight out of hell, we only have 1 that's trying to be a bard. Maybe we try to leave them beaten but not dead.
He called me a bitch. I'm gonna kill him.
9
We said
points
that
of
we would
damage.
get rid of the ruffians. We didn't say how.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the one that called Sybil a bitch was the quote unquote leader, so I'm gonna say 9 points of damage to the leader.
Okay, sounds good. The talker is who you tossed it at, right?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
We'll dispose of the bodies afterwards. So
That fucking guy.
That's 9 points of damage, and it's Witch Bolt, so it's like a continuous, like you have a connection net, right?
That is correct.
Unlimited.
And it's gonna.
Power.
Do you have to spend like your bonus action to do that, or does it just happen from every turn they're on?
It's I have to spend my action to do it, but I don't have to recast it.
It just hits. It's an automatic.
Yeah.
It's an automatic hit, and I'm assuming.
As long as I hold concentration on it and it lasts for 1 minute.
Cool. That's fair. That's great. I can't fucking find this map, so I'm sorry, guys. You got to give me just half a second here.
Do you want our initiatives in the Icespire Peak chat?
Yes, please. That would be. Actually, I'm just gonna ask them for you out loud so I can write them down.
Okay.
So no, but.
Yes, but no.
Just tell us when.
I will.
Yes.
I know. You guys are. You guys are the best
Right.
around.
God.
Okay.
I blame Dave for that one.
I will gladly take all the blame for that one. Okay.
Hello. We got stuff.
Put your tiggly tiles down. You were approaching
Tiggly.
from this direction, so
Okay.
that's a good spot. Although you were close enough to talk with the guys on the porch, so keep that in mind as well.
We're
And
over
I
here.
will take the
Where'd you say we are? I'm sorry. Where are we?
wherever you want to be. Somewhere. This is the porch. The guys are taking up this space, so I'm going to move some tiles onto this.
Where would
row.
you?
I'd probably put you
presume-
guys like here, because you approached from this way.
Okay, we were coming from that way. Got it. Yeah, I'll probably stick to the sidewalk because I don't want to like risk getting hit by a fucking car or anything. Because towns kind of scare me still, or intimidate me, I should say. Even though I lived in Neverwinter, I literally just lived in the library.
Okay, so this is the Talker.
Haha.
And I'm just going to title the rest of these guys 2, 4, and 3. Sick. Okay. Anybody get over 20?
I got
No.
exactly 20.
Okay, and you are Sybil, right?
Yep.
Sybil. 20. Anybody over 15?
I did. I got 16.
16, and you are a Rhapsody. Anybody over 10? Nice. Anybody over 10?
15.
15. And you are Asmo, which means... I'm sorry, what was that? What was that, Asmo? One more time?
15.
15. Which means, what did Juan get?
I got a whole hand.
Oh, that's 5.
I this many.
What did my ruffians get? Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
Okay. I threw a witch bolt, and I'm not used to inciting confrontation, so I'm really scared, and I'm somehow blessed.
Because it's gonna feel like you're first, and it comes around to you again, though, so it'll be good.
Exactly.
And I actually need Sybil to re-roll for me.
What? Why?
Do a
You
speed
got
tie.
exactly 20.
Do a
Ow.
speed tie.
Get another 20.
Now
you
I
get?
got 16.
Okay, that's fine. You're still there. Okay, so this witch bolt has gone off and is now running in this space between Juan and the talker, who turns to everybody and says, "Kill him, starting with the bitch." And let's see here. There you go, Juan. Thank you. Although it does bring us to Sybil, it is your turn.
Oh, perfect. Retribution, baby. Let's go.
Woof.
Yeah. Yeah, every time you attack, you better bark at him.
I'm just gonna keep barking. Hold on. I didn't really get acquainted with her. I'm looking.
You're good.
Not even
Okay.
showing up.
I have to acquaint myself as well, so you're fine.
Is that what the kids are calling you now these days?
Heyo.
Whoa.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to
Hey.
cast Hunter's Mark on the talker.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I get to deal an extra 1d6 of damage whenever I hit with a weapon attack.
Yeah, buddy.
Right.
So after I cast that on Homeboy there, I'm going to... What am I going to do next? I'm going to hit him with a weapon. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my quarterstaff, and I'm going to try to pop that fucker's head off.
Goddamn right you are.
Goddamn right.
You're going to have to step
I'm
up
gonna
to
turn
do
back
that
and then
unless
you
your
roll.
reach is 10 feet.
My reach is 5 feet.
And you're going to have to step up to do that.
All right, step to him here.
That'll work.
I was gonna say, don't go in the witch bolt, please.
No. Cool. And I rolled a 22.
Can you cast a spell, walk, and attack all in the same turn?
Yes. Because my spell is a bonus action.
Sick. Okay, cool. Wanted to make sure.
Yeah, buddy.
Then, I'm sorry, what would you roll?
22.
That's a hit. Roll your damage.
Yeah,
Plus
so I get
your whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so I get a 1d8 and a 1d6.
20.
So that is going to be 11 points of damage.
However, will I decide which dice?
The talker
Speaking of which.
is substantial. He's quite.
Substantial.
He's definitely good and bloody at this point.
Who's the bitch now? Woof! My
I love that.
roommate, his girlfriend flew in this morning, and they can't hear you guys, but they can for sure hear me in the living room.
Oh, that's fine.
Then you just need to go. My DM referred to me as a female dog in heat, and I was reciprocating a lot. It was not what
That
it
makes
sounds
sound
like.
kinkier than it
My-
actually is.
DM uttered the phrase, "What are you gonna do, puppies? Bark at us?" And well, what option did I have?
Yeah. So the talker it's called Ouch World, the place where the talker lives now.
Cool.
Ouch,
Just
whoa.
as an
Painland.
aside, let me look at my spell really quick because there was something. Okay, so my spell lasts for an hour. So if he ends up going to 0 hit points before my spell ends in that hour, I can use a bonus action to move it to a new creature without expending another spell slot.
Nice.
Useful.
Just as an aside.
That's fun. Okay, cool.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Because my baby is still a baby. She don't really have a lot of spell slots to use.
Right. So it's nice that you can use one spell and have it.
Yeah.
Baby,
bounce
baby.
around.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Is that it? Are you done?
Yep, that is it.
Cool. Sounds good. This seems like a good opportunity to tell you guys that Becky, God bless her, has the patience to roll initiative dice for all of her enemies. I don't. Mine take the same turn.
I did do that a while ago, but like when we played last time, I did not do that. They all got the same number.
Yeah. So,
But
love
yeah.
you. We're gonna.
Thanks.
I say that because it's their turn.
Yeah.
I'm about to die.
They are going to
Oh, you're fine.
Probably not.
number 3 is gonna step up.
Number 3 is a punk ass bitch.
Pull out his daggers. No, his short sword. Excuse me.
Is that an innuendo?
Yeah,
Pulling out.
I bet they're short.
It could be in Sybil's Zendo in a second here.
Sybil's Endo.
That is.
Whoa there, cowboy.
I do not
have a pincer
consent.
attack.
I do not consent to the dagger up the bum.
I am sure that a 6 does not hit. However,
It does not.
She didn't consent.
an 11 might.
It does not.
No.
Okay, so
No.
he's done skis. 2 and 4 are going to pull out their short bows and take a shot apiece at Becky as well, as they were so ordered. I'm sure a 24 hits though.
Are they running a disadvantage on that one though? Because they're so close.
Nope, because remember we settled last time. It's normal within range and disadvantage on the outside of range.
On the outside.
How close is number 2 though?
It's like
She's
10
feet. Yeah, it's only
he's 10 feet?
Yeah,
Okay.
you only take disadvantage if they're in the adjacent square.
Right.
All right. Yeah, a 24 does hit.
Sounds good, but a 9 probably doesn't.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
So then you are gonna take.
She doesn't want to take anything in her endo, but in her fronto, she doesn't have a choice.
I would not like to take anything in my fronto.
She doesn't want to, but unfortunately, this is where we are.
In the face. Right in the face.
Whoa.
That is 6 piercing damage.
Oof.
She's an adventurer. She only took the arrow to the knee.
She's still gonna bark.
But then
Yeah, free action to bark.
Free action to bark.
4's gonna come back and tuck behind the wall here.
Oh, fucking pansy ass.
What a little
motherfucker.
bench.
Seriously.
And
Jesus
2 is gonna
Little
tuck
bench.
behind that one there.
Oh, god damn it.
I watch a lot of The Good Place, and they can't cuss when they're in The Good Place.
Yo, The Good Place is so good.
It's one of my favorite.
It's in the name. So
Didn't I make you finish that because you stopped?
No,
No, somebody. Maybe
Okay.
it's somebody. It's so good. Such a
That-
good
it was
show.
somebody else. Yeah, no, I
I
definitely
highly
like.
recommend
The-
I
Highly
have.
Hey.
I bought the box set.
combat
Yeah.
takes long enough. They're done. Rhapsody's up.
Real quick. Number
What?
4 left. Number 4 left a diagonal square from Sybil. Does she get an attack of opportunity on number 4?
No, I think they have to be in my immediate.
They have to be the ones on the sides of the squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Well, Normally, yes, but I'm gonna rule that because there are 2 melee units literally between Sybil and the archer, that they would have been able to intercept any attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
That was a pretty well covered archer.
Yeah.
Um, but good catch, and I appreciate you guys trying to keep me honest, because that's how it should work.
I wish I had remembered it in time, but I should have used silvery barbs on that 22 hit for Sybil.
Oh yeah, that would have been bueno. But it is Rhapsody's
What is-
turn.
Silvery barbs actually do.
Silvery barbs is that one that Logan keeps using. They
Hey,
have to
Yeah.
re-roll
hey,
and
it's
take the lower.
Rhapsody's turn.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, Rhapsody.
I am going to use a cantrip, Vicious Mockery.
Sick.
And all of
Solid
them
cantrip.
are in range, so they all need to. Well, unless they're truly around a corner, 2 and 4 would not be in range, but it's a 60-foot range. So I'm gonna let you make that call.
Like, are they peeking?
Do you need line of sight?
Nope, it's just a range because it's all verbal.
And it's everybody in that range? You don't have to pick somebody?
It's audible, I imagine.
It's
holy shit! I did not realize
well,
that's
it
how
says
Vicious
at
Mockery
a
works.
creature you can see within range,
there
but I
you go.
figure it's audible. They can all hear it.
Nope.
Vicious Mockery. So you unleash a string laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range.
Okay.
It's a game mechanic. Basically, because you get those for free. So if you got those for free and they could affect everybody, they'd be a really powerful thing.
Yeah.
So
that'd be a bitchin' cantrip.
Yeah, it would. Oh man.
Do I get to hit the 2 melee, or do I have to pick one?
You have to. It's as a character, so you have to pick one.
So then I'm gonna Vicious Mockery at the talker because he's being a dick, and he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
It's not very wise.
This is ridiculous.
I hope they're really dumb.
He rolled a nat 20.
Me too.
Excuse me?
He rolled a nat 20. I can show it to you. It's right here.
Fuck off.
This is
Fuck
what he
off right
rolled.
now.
That's right there.
Well, I
Damn.
guess he is unaffected by my string of words that I chose to throw at him.
What did you throw at him?
With a tiny penis.
There you go. I still wanted to hear it, so.
Swamp rat with a tiny penis looking can't handle any of his battles by himself, mama's boy.
Yeah, that's some vicious mockery. Yeah.
That's pretty fucking vicious.
And just
for sure.
and just put a bark at the end for good measure. Fucking swamp
rat.
And then I am going to use Bardic Inspiration for the team. Now this is another one that says a creature within 60 feet.
Yep.
Can I give it to all of them or just one of them?
A creature.
A creature. Okay, so
Don't
then
blame
I'm
me.
gonna...
That's Wizards of the Coast. That's not me.
I know. I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Sybil since she's kind of having a bad time.
Ooh, yeah.
So for 10 minutes, you get an inspiration die, which is 1d6. You can add it to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. It can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Yes.
Hey, Chris, can you lower your input sensitivity?
I think you're picking up everything she's saying.
Yeah. Long-term 5e players, is that the entire
Totally.
10 minutes, or is that one of the, once in the 10 minutes? Because bards are pretty cool. I remember that.
It's the entire 10 minutes.
That's what I thought I remembered. Cool. Sick.
Yeah, I can also try and talk less loud. I'm yelling, so that's partially on me because I can't hear myself.
So I have it automatically determining input sensitivity. I'm going to manually decide.
Cool. Is it so sweet?
Ah.
I think you're good.
Oh my god.
I only see yours lighting up.
Cool.
Thank you.
Sweet. So that
was the end of my turn.
2 actions. Okay.
I'm not moving anywhere, so yeah.
Cool. So Asmo.
Asmo's gonna use his free speech turn to be like, anybody got some peanuts?
No, but I got some vegan walnuts.
Careful, don't choke. They're dangerous.
saw that one the other day again after you posted that clip, and I just forget how long she fucking vamps for trying to like cover herself up,
Yep.
only to immediately go, "It was a vegan walnut," and ruin everything.
I panicked.
I know you're going back to watch it because that's the only one that the viewer count keeps going up on.
Such a good one. She had like a solid 15 seconds of vamping, and then she just
God.
I panicked.
immediately.
That was. It's an iconic moment now. So.
It
Yeah.
was.
Oh, it's glorious.
The best moment.
Can I have some?
Maybe you should take your turn.
He's asking for the vegan walnuts.
I have no vegan walnuts.
Of course you don't.
Right?
Juan does.
Don't you have peanuts? You gave them to your squirrel friend that I didn't see, but everybody else
I'm gonna
saw.
roll a d20 survival check to see if I actually have the survival. I got a 13. I've got like 4. Here you go.
And he's gonna like feed it to the little squirrel. Now, I have a question. Since I have a squirrel that's constantly in my pocket,
Uh-huh.
I do have animal friendship and beast bond, in which animal friendship allows me to convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose the beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. It's in my pocket. If the beast's intelligence 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration. If
I mean,
you...
he's your pet. You don't really have
Yeah.
to do any of that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm trying to figure out how I can turn him into an attacker.
He's not mechanically.
Yeah.
He will not be a good attacker. You will get him
I don't
killed.
think there's a squirrel stat block.
The HP is probably like 1.
There is.
I'd say at
I'll
least
find
3.
it, and it's. I'm not going to be great. Yeah.
Well, we'll hold off for this round then. So he's gonna ignore Juan then, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, you guys, you have peanuts?"
Are you talking to the bad guys?
Number 3. I'm talking to the I'm talking to the bad
Oh, you're
guys.
talking to the bad guys. I'm sorry. I did not realize that was addressed to the bad guys.
No, you're right, Becky. Squirrels have a hit point of 1.
There you go. I'm about to say commoners have like 4 hit points, so squirrels can't have that many.
Oh my
And
god.
God, do you have any peanuts?
Here, I'm posting this in
Number 3,
game
Number 3,
questions.
do you have any peanuts?
No, but I'll drop my nuts on your face once you're dead.
Whoa!
He's gonna scream. He's gonna
Whoa!
Damn.
just charge right at the guy.
Get him.
We're gonna go right around Sybil, avoiding the wonderful lightning bolt.
The wonderful lightning bolt.
Take that. And he's going to attack 3
Okay.
with a hand axe.
Do it. Bad guys are supposed to be bad, right? I mean, that's.
Yes.
Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
No.
19 to hit.
I'm sorry. What?
19 to hit.
That's for sure a hit.
Yeah, buddy.
And then looks like I do a whopping 4 damage.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh,
Your
Good
hand.
loady woady.
Your hand axe cleaves into him, but unfortunately you're a dwarf and he's a human, so you get him like below the artery in the thigh, and you just kind of like get him above the knee somewhere. It's a gash, but it's it could have been worse.
And then I would like to use my 2-weapon fighting.
You get him in the
Light
dick.
hammer.
So it's a straight roll. It's a straight roll, right? Or straight roll -2, or is it just straight roll? I can't remember.
I think it's
It
just
just says
straight roll, no
straight roll.
modifiers.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have that
no.
like double attack thing again on this one?
You,
Yeah.
you still have your strength, but not your proficiency. If you're
And
proficient.
it ain't hitting with a 6.
No, that does not hit.
So he's gonna swing and miss. He's gonna swing where he thinks the guy's schlong should be, and apparently this guy is not equipped well. Pant leg.
He's got a tight cod piece.
Hey.
As he goes wide stance, and you make contact with naught but air.
I thought you had nuts to give my squirrel.
Hey.
Can we
Good
roll for
lord.
emotional damage on that one?
No, that's
Emotional
Rhapsody's
damage.
territory.
That'd be psychic damage.
No,
Damn
I
it.
think actually we're gonna have to do fire damage because because that's a sick burn.
Sick.
Oh
burn.
my God.
Moving on.
Juan, it is your turn, Juan.
All right, I am going to continue fucking blasting this bitch.
Zap the
with
fuck out of him.
Another D12. Damn it! 2 points of lightning damage.
Believe it or not, that's enough for you to tell me how he dies.
Cool.
Hey.
So the first amount of damage kind of zaps him, and he's not looking too pretty good. That second just bursts. I'm imagining the electricity fills his body, and it goes through the middle to his heart, radiates to the extremities, and pops his head, hands, and feet.
Gross.
Yeah.
Nice. And,
Right all over Sybil.
and it is done.
Yeah, all over Sybil. Yeah,
No!
100%. There's gray matter and like 2 fingers that
No,
like hit her in the face.
hey, no, Sybil, roll a reflex save for me, please.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
There's no reflex in
Dexterity.
Dexterity?
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever the fuck the equivalent is.
Whatever the fuck.
Oh fuck yeah, my dex is pretty good.
I know it is. You're a ranger.
I am
Yeah.
a ranger.
Rangers.
My dex would be up. Fuck yeah, 21, baby.
Yeah.
All
that-
right, she fucking matrices all through that.
These
What-
new dice that I bought are doing very well.
One of the
You're
one of
welcome.
the loose fingers does like bounce off her shoulder, and when she's done, she gives you one of these.
I give the finger back.
Yeah.
Cool. And once homie pops like a water balloon, I'm gonna swing around behind this corner and I'll have my turn.
Sick.
Sick.
Uh,
Dead.
that brings us back to the top with Sybil.
Cool. I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark over to number 3,
Sick.
and I'm gonna take a swingy swang at him
Swiggity swang.
and use my bardic
Swingy swang.
inspiration on my attack roll,
Yep.
which would give me a total of 22.
Yeah, buddy.
Heyo.
That's a hit.
That is a hit, and then so I get to do my 8 and my 6.
Yeah, because you moved your mark.
Because I moved my mark.
Heyo.
So I'm gonna do another 9 points of damage.
So how much is that total?
9.
Okay. Is that boy is bloody?
You hurting real bad.
A survivor. Thanks, Redboat.
Done?
All right. Yes. I am done.
Okay. Disengage is still a thing in D&D, I assume. Yeah.
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 But if you disengage, that's when you
Yeah.
open yourself up to an attack of opportunity.
No, that
No,
is
disengage effectively negates it, but
Right.
that is your
That is your
action.
action.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 is going to very carefully step away from Sybil and Asmo and turn around and like holler. Once he's got his body turned around and he's gotten a step away, he's gonna holler at the 2 behind the buildings, "Fucking shoot her!" As he 5, 10, 15.
I like how they're only
20.
focusing on the chick that barked at them, not anybody that's actually like hitting them.
Well, the last
Well,
thing that
I
the
guess
talker
she has hit
said.
them.
Yeah.
I hit them pretty bad. Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
got that guy with Witch Bolt, but for the most part, they've seen me swing a quarterstaff at 2 of them. And
Yeah. I fucking popped one of them like a balloon. You've heard them a lot, but they're like, no, kill that.
It's because I'm barking.
She's fucking weird, man. I don't like her.
It's about the disrespect.
Yeah.
My highest roll is a 16.
Who are you going after? Oh, me?
You, yeah.
The 16 matches.
Okay, the next one is lower, so only one of those is going to hit you. If I
Ugh.
throw my dice on the ground, I can't read what they say.
I mean, they're not one.
And I'm actually... Can I use my dodge action?
It's
Or is that only on my turn?
You have to use
Yeah,
a
it's
reaction.
only if
Yeah,
on your turn.
it has to be a reaction if it's not on your
Okay.
turn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Good news is he rolled a 1 on his damage die, so with his modifier, that is only 3 piercing damage.
Please. That's not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
And then, yeah, Yeah, that feels good for them. I like that. Because
I'm
those
glad you
guys
like that.
aren't gonna move. They like where they're at. They've got cover. They feel good. That brings us to Rhapsody.
Okay.
Say more
I'm gonna-
mean things to them.
I am going to. Let me see. I don't. No, I'm actually gonna try and hit him with a weapon this time. I'm gonna run up here. Because yeah, my
5,
walking
10, 15, 20,
30
25,
feet.
30. Yeah.
And then I am going to attempt to smack him with my rapier.
Okay.
Zero PA.
Give him a whap. Whap, whap.
Does a 13 hit?
Unfortunately, it does not.
Uh,
Silvery barbs.
silvery barbs.
Yeah, I'm gonna use silvery barbs as a reaction, so they have to roll the d20 and use the.
Roll a d20 and what?
Use the lower.
You have to re-roll that d20 and use the lower roll.
Rhapsody does?
No, you.
No.
For what?
For the one that he was attacking.
I was.
Can you do silvery barbs
I
as
didn't.
a?
I didn't roll for an
Yeah.
attack. She rolled for the attack.
Oh shit! Okay, never mind. My bad. Never mind.
And then unless you're gonna let me use my cantrip as a bonus action to yell at him.
I don't.
It's only if the
Thank
cantrip
you.
says it's a bonus
I
action.
don't think you can do that.
Yeah,
not
it
an
doesn't
expert.
classify it as a bonus action. It
probably
just
a
says I can
standard.
do it at will. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably standard.
Yeah.
But I can do, because I tried to hit it with my rapier. I do have 2-weapon fighting.
There you go. What's in your other hand?
My other hand has a dagger.
There you go.
So there's
So
is there any modifier to the hit, like a hit attempt?
No, that's the thing.
Okay.
It's a
It's-
flat d20,
Okay.
but you get to try.
This dice is going to jail because that was a 7.
It's a good try.
I'm just going to angrily glare at him and mutter some things under my breath in Infernal because I'm upset.
And he's gonna turn to the other two and be like, "Watch out! I think you're casting a spell."
That's right. Be afraid. That's it for me.
Done? Yeah. Asmo, you up, brah?
Asmo, again, fully enraged, is going to use his full 25 feet to put himself right here, which, if I'm not mistaken, gives me advantage on number 3 and maybe number 4.
You got to take one step back to have advantage on number 3.
I.
You got to be in this square.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, so he is going.
But that does
to
give you
attack
advantage, yeah.
with advantage. He's gonna be like, "Quit saying these things!"
Oh God.
And he's gonna need that advantage with rolling a 10.
Ooh, yeah,
And he gets a 17 on the second roll.
that's a hit.
Woo!
Do me proud. 3 damage. Okay.
Oh.
That's
3
a
damage to number 3.
that's a hand axe.
Yes.
All right, you cleave him this time on the other leg. You're gonna bring him to his knees eventually.
And then he will take his second attack, hoping that he'll do more damage with his light hammer. It's the same one I used to knock on the door. It has splinters in it.
I love your character.
You're gonna roll a 15 on that one.
That's also it.
Okay, and then let's go bludgeoning damage with a whole 6 damage. Maxed out that dice.
That spells death for our friend here. So, how exactly does that spell death for our friend here?
Fuck.
So Asmo, going after number 3 with the hammer specifically, is gonna bash one kneecap in backwards, and then without even trying, the guy's gonna fall over, collapse because the weight of his body is gonna like fall down on that broken thing, and then the the tangs on the back side of the hammer are then he's going to fall face first right on the tangs, and he's going to kind of accidentally kill the guy. And Asmo's going to be like, I did it!
Solid.
Fucking love it.
Sick.
Love it.
Sick.
He dead.
He did.
He dead. Also dead.
And while like somebody's taking their next turn, I'm like busy like pulling the hammer out of his face.
Love it. Love it. That someone taking their turn is Juan.
Okay, I'm gonna ask if I can do something a little weird.
Just pitch it.
15, 20, 30. Okay, I want to move here
Okay.
so that I have a line sight on 4. Now, the only way I can get here is because I'm
Right.
because I can do that because me and Owl.
Right. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20 to the base of the building. Probably it's 10 feet up. But you don't have to go that whole 10 feet because you'd be going at an angle because you're flying. Is your fly?
Yeah, and
is
that
your
was
fly?
my thought
Is your
process.
fly speed different than your walk speed?
No, my flying speed is the same as my walk speed, which is 30 feet.
So I would make you sacrifice 1 square to get up here. So your 30 feet of movement would perch you, in this tile on the edge.
Okay, would I still have a fair vantage point on number 4 if that were the case?
Anything, he still has the advantage of partial cover, but you do have line of sight.
Do I need to attempt to duck out of the way of whatever he's about to do?
Maybe, but as an ally, that's probably a given, but it depends on what he's about to do.
I mean, I'm also like above you, so I think I'd be at the very least trying to avoid hitting you.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot easier because I've got a change of elevation.
Right. He's
Okay.
a solid 12 feet over your head. Well, you're 6 feet, so his feet are 6 feet above your head, and then he's got another 2 feet on top of that. So.
Okay, so I'm probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
These are human, right?
What the?
These guys are human. Yeah, these guys are human.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hop up here, and then I'm gonna. What is this? Verbal and somatic? I don't know. I'm gonna do some Naruto bullshit, and I'm gonna cast a firebolt.
Firebolt
on number 4.
Sick.
So make a ranged spell attack.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Baby. 24.
That's a hit.
Heyo.
Yeah.
1d tizzle.
That's hitting.
Yeah. God damn it. All right. I lob it. I lob this firebolt, and it ends up like right here because it only does 2 damage.
But it does get him.
Yeah. I was taking extra care not to hit Rhapsody or Asmo. So I'm like, oh, we're here.
Thanks. Sorry. Thanks.
Yeah. And that'll be my turn.
Cool. Love it. Brings us to the top with Sybil.
You're muted.
I am, because I had to blow my nose and I didn't want to do that on camera.
I appreciate
that.
Yeah, you did not grace us
also,
with that sound.
Covered my camera a little bit because I didn't want the internet to see that, but then I forgot to unmute myself.
That's fair.
I'm really curious of what my neighbor might think of me on
Andreas is here, and he's encouraging me to nickel and dime you guys to death with these.
Oh my God.
No.
Sure, whatever, let's go.
Or maybe he's encouraging you guys to nickel and dime the baddies to death. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's probably me, yeah, because I got him with 2 points.
Oh, there you go. That's probably what it was. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. That makes sense. Sybil, you're up.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my movement to get myself right here to number 2, because that fool is dead.
Yep.
I'm going to take some schwacks.
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 Schwack attack.
Schwacks.
Schwiggity schwacks.
Schwack
Smack
attack.
that all on the floor, smack that, give me some up.
Oh, that is not a good schwack. That would be a...
But that's not what we like to hear.
PC's to NPC.
9.
Of course he is. He's a nice guy. He's on your side. 9 does not hit.
Sweet bejeepers. Oh, but then I'll also use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark over to number 2.
Cool. I will remind you in a very friendly manner that you are inspired.
I did use my inspiration. I rolled a 3.
You can use it for the full 10
you
minutes.
rolled like garbage then, my friend.
Yeah. Even with my modifier and my inspiration, it was only a 9 because I rolled a 3.
Damn.
Well,
Damn.
well, I tried.
Yeah. I appreciate that because
yeah.
it's possible that I could have missed it.
I know it's getting late, but I wanted to make sure all the parts and pieces are there.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm barely hanging on, but that was the one thing I did remember to do. But I rolled a 3 on my D20 and a 2 on my D6.
Becky, you need to like do what the hippies do with the crystals and like leave them out in the moonlight. Leave all your dice out
This is
to
one
like
of my.
absorb the positive energies.
This is not one of my new dice. So I
That's your
made the
problem.
mistake of grabbing an old die like an idiot because I just have like a pile of D20s next to me.
You gotta sleep with them under your pillow.
I know.
I'm just gonna put the whole bag of D20s under my pillow.
Yeah.
It is the pillow.
It is the pillow.
God, that would hurt.
So uncomfortable. Could you imagine this thing under your head?
Ew.
I'll fucking do it.
Look
As
at
soon
how
as I
big
get
that thing
my
is.
as soon as I get my Pokeball dice, I'll fucking do that, bro.
It's bigger than my eyeball.
Gross. Clack, clack, clack.
I know.
Clickety clack.
Clickety clack. Oh, all the lights are off. My roommates are asleep.
Oop, okay.
Roommate and his girlfriend.
Okay.
So I might turn a little bit quieter.
That's okay.
With my barking.
Bark!
Bark.
Okay, Sybil, so is that your turn?
Sadly, yes, that is my turn.
Okay, which does bring us to the baddest of dudes. Number 2 is going to use one of his actions to pull out his short sword.
Sword.
S-words.
I just realized if you use the right button on your mouse, it brings up the fucking twisty one.
Oh my god.
Super useful.
Wow.
I'll do it.
Look at you guys. Fireworks on
Let's
the page.
break the internet.
Fireworks on the page.
Okay.
Good call.
That was a complete accident, by the way. Just sorry about that.
Dopey. That was amazing.
Anyways.
4 is what the fuck is 4? 4's probably going to look up at Juan, who just winged him with that bolt. He's going to take aim, and he's going to fire. Does a 16 hit?
It just meets my AC.
No, he's not shooting at you. Shooting at Juan.
Oh, sorry. I was assuming they were coming at me.
I think he froze. Or no.
No,
he
he's looking at his stuff, or he can't hear us.
No, I'm here.
Yeah,
What?
you're getting shot at,
They were
bro.
shooting at you, my guy.
4 is shooting at you. He does not like having
Oh.
firebolt shot at him.
Oh yeah. 13 is my AC.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, so his 16 is a hitteroo.
Yeah.
Is a hitamungo.
Oof. Big oof.
Big oofs. Ooh, he rolled high. That is a 7.
Oof.
7 piercing damage.
Oh, that's half my health.
You're pierced. Bazinga!
It pierced real good.
Okay, so you get hit,
He winged me.
and then we got some multi-attacking happening to Sybil.
It's
That's
because I'm an owl.
that's
Got it.
that's a 15 to hit, and I think your AC is 16. Is that right?
Yep, does not hit.
Okay, other one, definitely does hit though.
Oh shit.
Because I rolled a 19, and that's already higher than your AC, and he has.
But wait,
modifiers.
how are you hitting me
He
twice?
has multi-attack.
Ah, fuck.
You got 2 attacks.
Come on, man. They have like
Ugh.
their AC is tiny, and they got like no hit points. They got to have something. It's multi-attack. That's what they have.
Yeah, that's good.
You were gonna cast.
And it's all in the book. I don't even come up with this shit. It's in the book.
Didn't hit me.
Yeah. What?
He only rolled a 2 plus the modifier of 2 is 4.
Makes them not hit her.
Oh yeah, silvery barbs.
There you go.
Oh, you gonna do it? You gonna do the thing?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
What do I roll?
So, you just re-roll the d20 and take the lower.
The lower is exactly 16.
God fucking damn it.
It was a 19 on the first one, so I don't know what to tell you.
Cool.
and then
So
12
much less
plus
accurate.
I'm sorry, I
four,
tried.
plus the 4 is 16. So it's 4 piercing damage, or no, 4 slashing damage. Yes. Yes.
Smash.
Cut that bitch.
No,
I
it
need
is
to
no, it
use
is piercing
my-
damage. It is piercing damage. Might be.
Does it matter?
I don't know. Doesn't matter if you have resistance. Oh, you don't have resistances. It doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, you
Um,
don't have resistance.
That's it. I only have two.
Shit.
I only have 2 bad guys though. So that's it.
We little
Let's,
babies.
They probably 2 probably yells a fuck you in your face, Sybil, for good measure, and 4 is not breaking eye contact with 1, like drawing another arrow back, pulling it up, and that's it.
Well,
For
I'm
them.
gonna
When
block
2
it,
yells
too.
"fuck you," we all get this weird vision of a goblin in our head before it dissipates.
Love
But
it.
I'm just gonna bark at him. I've committed to the bit.
That's
Bark, bark.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Rhapsody, you are up.
All right. I am going to.
Round 2.
I have an idea. Shush. Move right. Meow. And then I am going to attempt to use vicious mockery on a number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Fuck
rolls
that
a
guy.
wisdom save. Is that right?
Yeah.
Correct.
That's a much lower roll this time for a final of 7.
Cool. Then he takes
Luna, calm your shit.
1d4 psychic damage and has a disadvantage on his next
Fuck.
attack roll.
Nice. I'm gonna
So
put a little,
your psychic damage is 4.
okay, I'm gonna put a little D next to him so I remember he's got disadvantage on his next attack roll.
So 4 points of damage for that guy in the brain. I'm gonna call him.
And you see
another...
a single tear rolling down his cheek.
This time I'm gonna yell at him in
Man,
Infernal so
dude.
that it just also kind of scares him a little bit too.
Cool.
He's
yeah.
unnerved.
Yeah, I like that.
Just just angry sounds.
Jesus Christ. Rhapsody
no
turns
idea.
into a feral dog.
We got barking happening all over the place here.
Fuck.
It's way scarier than mine. I was just doing like a very classic, like rough.
It's
Yeah.
Infernal.
It's just
I'm a tiefling.
I feel like Rhapsody's like foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, my fangs and everything.
Yeah.
So Rhapsody
and
turned into
then-
the cabbage merc. Or no, the guy from Avatar, the foaming mouth guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I am gonna use Healing Word on Sybil.
Sick.
She gets 7 points of health back.
Nice.
Yeah, that would have
And
brought me back up to
then-
max.
Yeah, I think
Wait, do I
you're
get-
out of range.
You got
What?
7 hit points back.
Yeah,
Rhapsody healed you with a word.
Thank you.
Yeah.
yeah, I did.
I
Because
appreciate
I
that
can only
word.
use that on one person.
Rhapsody told you the word.
Yeah, a creature.
Yep.
Was it
Okay.
barking?
Yes,
It was
the word was bark.
Healing bark.
healing bark.
That's canon
Um,
now.
And then because I'm not in anyone's line of sight, and I only moved. What did I move? From
I
like,
mean, you're in 4's line of sight.
like not directly next to, because I was like right here, and I
Oh,
only
okay.
moved like 5 feet.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the rest of my movement. Say 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna go behind 2. Boop. And that will end my turn.
Okay, cool. Sick. Brings us to Asmo.
Asmo.
Fucking do it.
How much damage is 2 taken?
You're more than welcome to do a perception check and see how he looks.
I think more than 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm trying to figure out if 4 had more or a 2. I'm trying to remember.
Because I only did 2 damage to 4.
Okay, so kind of ganging up on number 2 because we want to have fewer people making rolls.
Yeah.
If I move right here, will I still have advantage with Pincer because of Rhapsody?
Um,
And Sybil.
Yeah, I mean, the three of you at this point, I would say collectively have him flanked for sure.
Okay.
Dude.
Surrounded.
There are literally 2 tiles from which he can escape right now, so.
So he's going to take a swing with his hand axe and hope that it rolls better this time.
But you get advantage,
Do
so
it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, roll it twice.
Okay, so that's
Fucking
16.
do it.
That advantage helped out. I would
That's
have 12.
Yeah,
that's a
buddy.
hit. That's a hit.
Okay, so let's go with. I can't see that on the screen. Oh, we maxed that out. 8 damage to the guy.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Some
Fucking domed him.
Cool. Nice, solid. Oh, was that a hammer or a hand axe?
That was a hand axe.
Cool.
The hammer, which we're doing straight with.
Yeah, that hand axe sinks pretty deep into his chest this time. You finally got the reach on one of them.
Yeah. And we're looking at 13 with the light hammer.
And unfortunately, he's not going to hit him.
Okay,
Dicks.
so he swings the hammer and misses, but still like that crazed look in his eye.
you crazy.
Oh hell no, nature, you crazy.
Is that all, Asmo?
I believe that's the extent of what I can do.
Brings us to our boy Juan.
What is up? Okay, so
Wham!
four's still hanging out, right?
Yee.
4 and 2 are both. Yeah, 4 has not dropped his eyes from you since he landed his last shot.
20. Cool. I'm gonna come over
all
here.
of them.
I wanna drop a firebolt right on top of 2.
You're just gonna like poke your head over and just like, yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
You just see a feather just come over off the screen and.
plus your spell. Here's what I'm talking. Okay, so it's still a regular. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna drop a fire on number.
Fireball.
Fireball and firebolt are very different.
Yeah, they are. Fireball would fuck all you guys up. Also,
is
Yeah.
8d6 to everybody.
no, they get to roll a reflex save. It could be half.
Okay, sure, whatever. That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits him.
D10. It's a different D10. Let's go with it. Yeah.
Whoa!
Sounded like a lot.
6 points of fire damage.
6 points of fire
Nice.
damage. He is a bloody boy.
Dicks. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll jump down here.
Ow.
And I'll have my turn.
You get to do your spell as a bonus.
No, it's a full action, but I didn't use all of my movement.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, because I know you moved probably 5, 10, 15, 20 to get there, right?
Yeah, and then 25, and then 30,
and then
and
hops
then I
down
just
for
drop
30.
down.
Cool. Got you. Yep.
Yeah.
Square. Then that brings us to the top. Sybil.
All right, I'm just gonna. He has the hunter's mark on him. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
I'm sorry, I forgot to put the yellow band on him.
Yeah, no, it's good. So I'm gonna take a swing with
I
one of my
love-
new dice.
I love once we kill this guy, everybody's
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna mass turn number 4.
That would be a
It'll be a
22.
terrifying sight to see.
That's a hit.
Heyo.
Ayo.
Heyo.
I'm gonna grab. Get out of there, you fuckface.
Whoa.
Okay, those ones. So that's gonna be a 9 points of damage again.
How's he gonna die?
I'm just gonna fucking blunt force trauma to the head
Just crack his head like an egg.
like an egg,
Cool.
like a cantaloupe.
And his brain yolks spill out everywhere, and he
Brain
is
yolks.
also.
Do Asmo and Rhapsody have to roll dexterity saving throws to a gray matter?
No, because it's not exploding. It's just like
Oh, okay.
falling
okay.
out.
We'll say the cone of explosion is like this if it does. So. Anything else, Sybil?
Yep, and then use my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark over to number 4.
Sick.
Yeah, buddy.
And then I will end my turn.
Let's go.
I like that spell.
That makes it the bad guy's turn, and number
Dude,
4
Hunter's
is
Mark
going.
is great.
And
Yeah.
number 4 is gonna just yell, "Fuck this!" and just bolt, just fucking
Oh,
dip.
hell no.
And he's gonna sprint off in the general direction of the Tressendar Manor before disappearing out of sight. Around
Okay,
around
you
this
bastard.
around this corner, out of sight, and you guys are in free action.
Hold on. If I fly 30 feet in the air, would I be able to see him on the other side of this building?
That's 20.
Let him go.
No, because he's right
No.
next. No, because he's right next to it. So from
God
your
damn.
perspective, you would not see anything.
Do I have any AoE attacks?
I was about to say it'd be a real blind shot.
I do, but I have to be like right up on his ass within 15
God
feet.
damn. It has to be that I can see. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Damn it.
I think Asmo's
Okay.
So, all right, we knocked out 3 of them, and the other one just ran. What do we do?
I thought we killed him. I mean, I know I killed that.
No,
first
you
one.
guys killed all 3 of these guys. They are very dead.
Yeah.
Okay, we killed them. We killed them, but all but one, and we told him that we would take out all the ruffians. I would anticipate that guy would be back with a vengeance.
I mean, I'm down to chase him.
We should follow him.
I got flight. I can follow him.
But we're also, we've all been battered a little bit, so we got to think about this.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I could follow him if you want. I mean, I don't know if I'd catch up to him, but I could fly and just try to follow in that general direction, see if I see him. And you guys could look up and follow me in the air.
I like that idea.
Chasing after
It's
him.
gonna be one of 2 things. Either he's leading us back to a whole bunch of more baddies, in which we're gonna end up, that seems to be the logical thing that would happen, is that he's gonna have backup. But at the same time, is that if we can get up, we might be able to get a couple pot shots off on him.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know, DM, if we chase after him, would we be able to try and catch up to him and finish the fight?
The longer you guys stand here and talk about it, the farther away he's going to get. So that kind of depends
Okay,
on you guys.
we're running.
I'm gonna use my initial 30 feet of movement to go like in this direction and try to fly up as I'm moving there, so I can go above this house and
What I
try
need
to
from
get
you is
bead on where
what I
he
need
went.
from you is a perception check. You lost sight of him. You are now looking for him. Try to find him.
Asmo, you moved, I think, too far. We're using our
Okay.
actual movement.
I think
God
we're
damn it.
using free speed.
Do I get perception or advantage because I'm in the air?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, same dice. Hey, there we go. 17.
At this point, you guys have taken quite a bit to talk, but you do see a lone figure running off in the distance towards the east side of town. If you give me just a second here.
Guys, I see a silhouette in this direction. Follow me.
And it is running basically like up this path and towards the large manor atop the hill, and this feels like a natural breaking point depending on where energy levels are at. Becky.
Yeah, we should definitely stop, but I do want to cast Healing Word on Juan really quick
Cool. Do
while
it.
we're
So he
in
can,
free action.
so he can notate that before next session.
I
I'm
appreciate
basically
you.
dead. I am out. I am gone.
What do I get back?
I want to say that Asmo instead
7.
of
Ah, that full. Thank you.
instead of charging away, because Asmo, I think I've got a pretty high walking speed, is going to make sure that he takes a moment while everyone else leads ahead of him to hide the bodies.
I will more than likely have a small interaction that you and I will roleplay at the start of the next session.
Make a note of that so we don't forget it.
Yeah, because it'll be a few weeks. And that's
Unless
it.
Becky wants a break next week too.
And, you know,
No, I want to try to limit the amount of times I make Dave DM for us.
appreciate it. I like playing.
I know. I do appreciate you taking on today because, like I said, dead.
Well,
I am
dead.
dead.
Yeah. No, you are
Cool.
super square. I did make a note about the bodies being hiding, and I have an
I'm
interaction.
in the air. I got a beat on this motherfucker.
And
Going.
one air. Yeah, I'm gonna put distant follow because he is quite a ways away.
With a 17 perception.
It means you can see him. It doesn't mean that you can fly any faster.
No, I know. I understand. Like, I see where he's going. I haven't lost him yet, hopefully.
I noted the exact number of your perception check, so I got
Hopefully.
it. Sick. So we will pick it up here whenever the next time is that we run the Lost Mines of Phandalin / Dragons of Icespire Peak. I know
Love
that you
it.
guys spent a lot of the first half of this session, learning all the Lost Mines of Phandalin stuff about the town, which I appreciate because I think it's much more interesting than the Dragons of Icespire Peak, and it's much more fun for me to run, honestly.
Roleplay. Roleplay's fun.
Yeah.
Sick. Well,
Favorite part.
I will be back in just a moment. I'm going to end the stream. Becky, in case you're
Okay.
not here, you're the best.
Oh,
Get
hold
some
on.
sleep, Bex.
Oh, hold on for a second. If he.
Okay, Andreas, if you're still here, good to see you. I hope the PC rebuild is going well. I hope your buddy's not too upset that he's out a CPU. Anybody else who is watching this, I appreciate you sticking around. Anybody who might be catching this on YouTube, there will always be more shenanigans. I play D&D on Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights. Well, I either play or run, depending on what night it is. Most of the time, we start neighborhood of 6:30. Sometimes it's closer to 7 if people want to talk about their weeks. And I'm excited to see you guys then. Catch you later. Bye.